All right, Shalom. We're the brothers of Great Millstone, the branch out of Des Moines. First and foremost, we like to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Ruchakodash.
the honors to our apostles and the other bishops of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to you, brothers, preaching the gospel in truth and in sincerity, always in truth. And here we are, another week, and Wadi Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, continually giving us of His Holy Spirit to go out and prophesy the downfall of this present in the world, week in and week out. If we're continually giving us of His Holy Spirit to put forth these spirit-like and wind lessons, Lord, will we hope to certify, to strengthen the hands of the Isaiah 35.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 35.
Start at 1. Let's see what 1 says.
Isaiah chapter 35 and verse 1. It says, the wilderness and the solitary place shall be glad for them, and the desert shall rejoice and blossom as the rose.
Mm-hmm. And that's ultimately going into our land. When we get back into our land, that land is barren and desolate right now as we see it. It's going to flourish once again, man, after the destruction of America and Israel, after the return of our Lord Yahushai. That land is going to be cleansed, it's going to be renewed, and it's going to flourish, like I said, once again through the spirit and power of Yahweh Basham Yahushai. Go ahead.
It shall blossom abundantly and rejoice even with joy and singing. The glory of Lebanon.
And we also represent, that desert place. We're becoming fruitful. We're blossoming in the spirit and power of Yahweh Basham Yahushai. We're no longer that dry land. We're no longer those dry bones.
It says, it shall blossom abundantly and rejoice even with joy and singing. The glory of Lebanon shall be given unto it. The excellency of Carmel and Sharon, they shall see the glory of the Lord and the excellency of our power.
Yeah, man. And that's something, somebody, I think that's Deuteronomy 8th chapter. Somebody grab that, man. Because it highlights the land that we was inheriting. It says a land wherein thou mayest dig grass. A land of oil and honey and wheat. I think you can start at like verse 5 or 6 or somewhere down there. You can hold that on deck though. Go ahead with your precept.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 36 and verse 33. It says, thus saith the Lord Yahweh power, in the day that I shall have cleansed you from all your iniquities, I will cause you to dwell in the cities, and the waste shall be builded. In the desolate land.
How we cleanse from our iniquity? Through the blood of Yahweh Shai. It starts there, and through that blood, the seals of the book was unlocked. Alright, so now we had an understanding of this word. So we're in the process of that. Alright, we're in the process of being made new, being purified. Alright, and that's going to translate into the whole entire earth. It starts, the Lord is going to get his men together, his elect together. Alright, and then the rest of the earth will be put under a righteous rulership, a righteous vibration, and through that righteous vibration, that righteous rulership, the earth will be cleansed, the earth will be purified. All right.
It says when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But you see the wicked in authority. We was talking about it before the camera cut on, man. Everything that the devil's doing behind closed doors that's been brought out. All right, and he got to pay for all that stuff, man. What you got?
It says, and the desolate land shall be tilled, whereas it lay desolate in the sight of all that passed by. And they shall say, the land that was desolate is become like the Garden of Eden.
Talking about our land. Our land is desolate right now because strangers devour in the midst of us. All right, and in front of our face, we got a bunch of weirdos in our land, a bunch of rats. All right, a bunch of damn demons. Satan is in our land. And that's why that land is so damn dry. Why that land is so damn desolate and is a desert. Because the chosen people, the people that land belongs to is not inhabiting it.
Yeah, well, we're cursed.
Yep.
That land is cursed with us. You can also read that in Deuteronomy. I think that's the 32nd or it might be the 33rd chapter. It was what's the heat of this anger upon this land?
This is Deuteronomy 29 and verse
29. Okay.
Yeah, Deuteronomy 29 and verse 22. It says, so that the generation to come of your children that shall rise up after you, and the stranger that shall come from a far land shall say, when they see the plagues of that land, and the sicknesses which the Lord hath laid upon it, and that the whole land thereof is brimstone and salt, and burning, that it is not sown nor beareth, nor any grass groweth therein, like the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah, Admah and Zeboam, which the Lord overthrew in his anger and in his wrath. Verse 24, even all nations shall say, wherefore hath the Lord done thus unto this land? What meaneth the heat of this great anger? Then men shall say, because they have forsaken the covenant of the Lord Yahweh power of their fathers, which he made with them when he brought them forth out of the land of Egypt.
So that land is like that because of our sins, you know. So the curse came over the land just as the curse came over us as a people. You know, so once Yahweh Shah returns and we're lifted out of that curse, our land will be taken out of that curse as well. You know, and ultimately Esau, Edom, you know, being done away with, you know, and what I'm saying is him being done out of rulership, you know, and therefore the earth is able to yield its increase, you know, unto us first and foremost, but unto the rest of the inhabitants of the earth, man. You know, you can think about today and how different parts of the earth is beautiful, and how different parts of the earth produce abundantly, and it's not yielding its strength unto Cain, unto Esau, Edom, you know. So just imagine how abundantly the earth is going to produce when the righteous are back in authority, man. You know, when the ordinances of how to govern the earth is implemented, you know, like keeping the land Sabbaths, or when you first plant a crop, you know, you leave it alone for the first 3 years, you know, then you just let the fruit grow and drop and nourish the earth, and then it go through that process for 3 years, man. You know, and then the 4th year, all the fruit that it produces goes to the Lord, man. It belongs to the Lord, you know. And then the 5th year is when you would actually eat of the fruit that you planted, you know. And it's a beautiful system that the Lord has established, you know.
A perfect system, a perfect righteous system that's going to be enforced upon the earth, and the whole entire planet is going to benefit off of it. It says in the book of Sirach, the 10th chapter, it says, in due season the Lord will set one over the earth that is profitable. That one is Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, and his governing body being his elect men. It says in Isaiah 32 that a king shall reign in righteousness and princes shall rule in judgment. All right, and under that righteous rulership, all creation will profit from it. All creation will benefit from it, man. It says in the book of Romans that all creation is groaning for the manifestation of the sons of the Heavenly Father. Everybody, you know, whether they admit it or not, all right, is waiting for Yahweh Shai to return to get everything back in order.
Well, like it says in that Romans, it talks about how our spirit utter groanings, and that's talking about us, but these people, their spirit is groaning too. Yep. No matter how, you know, disillusioned they might be, and you know, their spirit is groaning, man.
People are crying out for new rulership. You know, they're upset with the way, you know, the oppression that they're going through. You know, because of the rulers that be, they're complaining against the politicians. They're complaining against Esau, Edom. They're complaining about these wars and so on and so forth. Everybody is complaining some way, some shape or form about the hierarchy or about the rulership. That's, you know,
that's why there's uproars of the people all around the world, because everybody's complaining about the wickedness and the corruption that's going on from their government.
Yep. From whatever aspect, whether it's a complaint because of the food. A lot of people are being more hip into the poisons that they're consuming and how it's breaking down their body, and they're complaining about their health, right? Because of the wicked rulership, man. The estate of the earth, you know? And
it's beautiful, man. You know? And the reason I say that is because there's a precept, somebody pull it for me, Sirach, I think it's the 41st chapter, or it might be the 42nd chapter. You know, because the Lord, you know, written all this within his will, within his story, so that righteousness can be appreciated when it's established, man. Grab Sirach 42 and 24.
This Sirach 42 and verse 24. It says, all things are double one against another,
and he hath made nothing imperfect.
Right, when it says all things are double one against another, is hot, cold. You know, there's always a opposite. You know, go ahead.
It says one thing established the good of another.
Right, read that again.
You have to raise your voice a little bit.
It says one thing established the good of another,
Mm-hmm.
and who shall be filled with beholding his glory.
Right, that's the point we want right there. One thing establisheth the good of another. So as we're witnessing the rule of the wicked, it's going to establish the good that the Lord is going to bring through our Lord Yahweh Shai and his men under him, man. You know, so it's a purpose to this whole thing, for us to witness this. Not only us, but for the world to witness this, man. You know, and this is what happens when thy king is a child, like it says in the book of Ecclesiastes, man. You know, meaning this dude is a servant. He don't belong, you know, dictating where resources goes. You know, this nigga don't belong. You know, this nigga don't deserve the dew of heaven. You know, this nigga don't deserve, you know, the sword, the blessing that he was given through Isaac. Look what he do. Look what he did with it, man. You know, he got the dew of heaven. That's the control of the resources. You know, he was blessed with the sword. That's a mighty military. And look at what he doing with it.
Yeah,
You know?
oppressing everything.
The hammer of the earth.
Look what are you doing with it? Now that this nigga got you know, a mighty military, man, this nigga got technology. And look what he doing with it, man. Dropping bombs on motherfuckers.
For stupid shit. Because they won't let him take their resources. Alright, we just gonna bomb you niggas then. Oh, you oppressing your people over there? Alright, we gonna bomb you.
They
Yeah.
can hide nukes, but
Oh,
can't
they're
nobody
killing
else
you?
can.
Well, we're gonna kill you.
Not if I get
Then this nigga send, you know, pay off, you know, opposition, you know, within the country
Yeah.
to cause chaos and uproar, and then he gonna paint the picture and be like, look, see, look at what's going on within his government.
we gotta attack them.
We gotta
So we need to go and help these people.
They need
When you the nigga that caused the destabilization in that area. You know? And that's why this nigga just gotta go. Look what he does. Look what he does with authority, man.
What he does for islands.
You know? Yeah, you get this nigga a private island. Look what he do with it.
Millions of files.
You know? All his dirt is being brought out, man, as the scripture said it would. You got it, Doc.
This is Wisdom of Solomon 6:24. But the multitude of the wise is the welfare of the world, and a wise king is the upholding of the people. So just highlighting when we get into rulership, it's gonna be for the good of the world, right? It's gonna be the complete opposite of what's going on right now. This place is ran in wickedness, but like we was going into, the world to come is gonna be ruled in righteousness, right? It says we're indwelled with all good things. And again, I believe we quoted it earlier, the people gonna rejoice. It's not gonna be a continual state of people mourning all the time. Right? We just put a video in the group the other day of a whole bunch of people just mourning, complaining about the state of the society, how they can't take care of themselves. So on,
Life experience sucks.
yeah, niggas talking about offering themselves, so on and so forth. That's because this devil's in rulership and he don't know how to rule.
And that's true, but it also goes back to our downfall. It goes back to our sins. It goes back to, you know, us as a nation and what we did, man. You know? So now it's like, well, them niggas deserve to go through that, just as we deserve to go through what we go through, man. You see? So now that the Lord has granted us return, he has granted us repentance, and now our eyes is open to like, damn, the Lord's ways is better. That's a precept. They that remain, sweeter. If a brother could find that, I'm not sure the chapter, you know, but it says, they that remain shall say there's nothing better than the fear of the Lord. And this is what we're learning right now. You know, we're seeing the state of the world, and you know, we're practicing, you know, applying the Lord's words in our daily lives and within the structures that we got. And it's like, look at the result of this, man. You know, look at what happened when you got like-minded men, like you said, like you read in the multitude of the wise. Look what happens when we're all together and we apply the instructions that's given to us. You know, the harmony, you know, the brotherhood, you know, the
trust.
the trust, you know, man, it's just so many
Less-
things in my head, right?
yeah.
You know,
Less fucking friction and
less friction, but it's also, you know, work is delegated. Like everybody, they bearing their own burden, but they also helping the brother bear his burden as well. And it's like
unity.
that's what a true community is supposed to be, man.
That's how the earth is supposed
And
to operate.
that's the point.
That's how the Lord made the earth to operate. Like we was going in before, there's habitats, and you know it's specific for different type of animals,
Yeah.
made for them. It's made for this animal to be in this specific habitat. All right, but now it's said in that Sirach that the Lord made nothing imperfect. But in this world, this devil is using everything for the wrong usage.
Well, he playing God, or he thinking himself God. Now this nigga is introducing certain species that's used to certain habitats. He's introducing them into a whole nother habitat that they not supposed to be introduced into, and now that's what they call invasive species. You know, I think that's what happened in Florida with the pythons. They introduced the pythons, and now the pythons started to fucking multiply, and then now they killing the eating up, you know, pets and shit and different things, man. There's a particular fish in the Mississippi River, Joe.
Carp.
I think it's the carp. I believe that's it. It's the carp, and they introduced the carp into that river system, and then now they're eating up the food from the rest of the fish that's supposed to be there, you know. And it's like this that's what the scripture says, that the earth is out of course, you know.
Isaiah 24.
And that Isaiah, I think I was quoting Psalms,
82.
but that Isaiah 24 is why, because of the inhabitants of the earth, man. You know.
They've broken the everlasting covenant.
So
They're not keeping what's written.
Yeah, this dude just gotta fucking go, man. You know, this devil brought his whole ass over here, right? Started to use and abuse the land, murdered, raped, robbed Gad, Reuben, the Northern Kingdom. Then this nigga turned his eyes on the buffalo, slaughtered all the buffalo in America. This nigga turned his eyes to the wolves. This nigga turned his eyes to the beavers. You know, in the 1800s, that was a boom of the beaver pelt. You know, where these niggas was hunting and trapping beaver,
Idiots.
skinning them, and then selling the beaver pelts, man. You know, which was a big thing at that time. To the point where this nigga over-hunted the goddamn beaver. So now the beaver ain't doing their job. When
Yeah,
you look
right.
up the importance of what a beaver is in the habitat, man,
Very
they play a
important
big role.
to the ecosystem.
they play a very, very important role in the Lord's system, man. You know, how they build dams, and those dams are natural filtrations
yeah.
for the
Water.
river. You know, and they build, and as they build the dam, it holds the water in this area, which is a natural habitat for frogs and you know, otter and different, you know.
Yeah, so taking them out the way, it affects the next animal and the next animal
It-
and the next, and not only is it affecting the animals, then it's affecting the plants, it's affecting the soil, it's
Yeah.
affecting insects, it's affecting everything.
Yep.
This devil doesn't have that. He doesn't think like that. He just like, oh, nigga, beaver pelts, nigga.
Yep.
We on that. That's what. So then there's an after effect. Then when he finally sees that this had a negative effect on the ecosystem, he blames humanity. Oh, let's have an Earth Day. Nigga, you the one. What the fuck?
Or like the wolves, you know. This is something I went into a while back, and I mentioned it, you know, every now and again. But they got the wolves in Yellowstone Park. You know, at one point they hunted all the wolves out of the Yellowstone Park, and the deer, you know, and the moose and whatever the hell animals is in that area, they started to, you know, there was nothing to keep them in check, so they started to overpopulate. So then what they started to do is they started to overeat, you know, the vegetation, the grass, and the different things. And what happened, that stabilized the ground to the river. So now the river started to be unstable, and the ground, you know, started to break off. You know, so they reintroduced the wolves. The wolves got the deer numbers back in check, and then that stabilized the riverbanks, and the riverbanks stabilized. And it's like, bro, all these things, like the brother said, has a domino effect to it, man. You know, and this nigga knows this. And the crazy thing about it,
He don't give a
he
fuck.
knows it, man. Through his research and through this study, the nigga found out, like, damn, okay, that's why that was there. This dude gotta go, man. The Million Clam Initiative or whatever the hell.
10,000.
Man, let us put the clams back in the river. Nigga, what the fuck you taking them out of the river for?
To eat them.
But that highlights a child. See, a child, you know, you see a child do something. A child ain't thinking things thoroughly through, man. You know,
Don't do that.
like that's the result of that. Like, look, see, you did that, and this would cause this. Child ain't thinking like, and that's what this nigga do. You know, he feeling way, and he just gonna fucking do it. You know, and that's why this nigga gotta fucking go, man.
Yeah.
Because this is how this is what's been ingrained in the world. Not a whole world operates with that behavior, man.
Yeah. And everybody has, so like, I was gonna say, and everybody has a mind of challenging the Lord. You know, see, it says that our Lord is a power of knowledge. So he tries to downplay the ways of the Lord or ancient customs and so on and so forth, as if because he's got technology that his way is better and that his way is more efficient. You know, but we're seeing plainly that his way isn't. All right. And this is the result of that being, you know, the earth being ran by, you know, by that mind frame, man.
Yeah, well now you got research coming out, and the heading is, did the Bible have it right?
Right, exactly.
Because once again,
Yes,
through this
nigga.
nigga's research, he's finding out like, oh shit, like, nigga,
The Bible had it right.
that's the right way to do things.
Like the Lord didn't know it when he created,
Right.
you know, like he didn't know. So now the world is finding out or realizing it, going into that Sirach, you know.
Yeah, now you got stupid dumb niggas, you know, or the stupid smart niggas. I call them that, man. You know, where these niggas try to be deep, and the nigga try to share his internet knowledge like he owns something. You know, see, that's why you ain't supposed to be eating those animals, those fish that ain't got no scale. See, the scales, and it's like, nigga, the scriptures already said that, nigga.
TikTok scholar.
Yeah, but you got these internet niggas who take talking points from the prophets, you know, and then try, you know, see, this is why,
Repackage it.
you know, yeah, and repackage it with nigga knowledge,
Yeah, that's what it is.
you know. But anyway,
Okay, that's Sirach.
go ahead.
This is Sirach 23 and 27. And they that remain shall know that there is nothing better than the fear of the Lord, and that there is nothing sweeter than to take heed unto the commandments of the Lord.
Yeah, and there's another precept where it says, let's see if I can find it real quick.
I got a quick one. This is Psalms 18 and verse 30. It says, As for the Most High, His way is perfect. The word of the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua is tried. He is a buckler to all those that trust Him. So the ways of the Lord is perfect. You know, like He is omniscient, omnipotent. You know, like He is the Most High for a reason.
It says in the book of Psalms, it says that his words concerning all things are good. Roughly paraphrasing that, man.
119.
Yeah, I think it's Psalms 119. You know, but that's the mind frame, you know. See, once again, people have a mindset of challenging the Lord because that's the mindset of Esau Edom. Well, nah, my way's better. He's made himself above the Most High, you know, or excuse me, he's trying to make himself equal to the Most High and everything like that. So the average person challenges the Lord, man. They challenge the Bible. They challenge these ancient customs and everything in regards to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua.
His order.
Exactly.
His rule.
Whether it's from you have the order of the man and the woman, you know, the order of how the earth, everything is being challenged by the Lord, but the Lord is showing through how this devil's operating that his way is above, man. And on top of that, the Lord is just going to sweep it in judgment anyways, man. All these people that have a mind to, you know, to rebel against the Lord, they're going to be met with judgment regardless, man. But Salaki.
This is Sirach 39 and 20. It says, He seeth from everlasting to everlasting, and there is nothing wonderful before Him. Talking about the Most High. Verse 21, this is the point. It says, A man need not to say, What is this? Wherefore is that? For He hath made all things for their uses, man. You know, and the Lord is manifesting, you know, why it's there for a reason, man.
Right. Yeah.
You know, it's there to help aid and benefit the earth when everything is used in its proper course, man, in its for its proper use. You know?
Bro, this devil, like, look, this devil will take away your kidney and be like, you don't need it. You know? Like shit like that. You know, he just
So he can eat it.
yeah, like on some real, it's like that's his mind. You don't need that. You know?
Well, you got two of them.
Just take that one
You
out.
know, you can live with one.
Right, you can function off one.
And it's like, nigga, there's a reason
Right.
Why?
I got two.
I got 2 ears too, nigga. Well, you think I just don't need the other one?
But that shows you once again, it's nothing sweeter than the fear, because that fear, regardless of if you understand why the Lord says something, it's just like a child. You know, you tell your child, hey, don't be eating all that candy. They might not understand why, but if there's a fear there, it's like, all right, I'm not gonna eat all that candy, or they get punished, you hit them on the wrist, you know, whatever the case may be, they just don't do it. All right, so then later on down the road, their teeth's not rotting, their stomach's not hurting, and you know, going through all these ailments and so on and so forth. But that fear, it forces you to let me just do it. You get the understanding later, you know, and that's the same thing. There's certain things we didn't have to understand why the Lord said don't eat the swine.
Yeah, you gotta grow up and be through.
Yeah.
You know, grow up smiling in a bitch face. She like,
Yeah, your breath, your breath is
yeah,
crazy.
You ruined your teeth. You know what I'm saying? Your ass been eating cakes. You know, now you overweight.
Yeah.
You know, so now when it comes to you start to have these hormones and these emotions, and now you're looking at the women like, ugh. But now they ain't checking for your ass, man. You know,
Breath on 1,000.
you ain't got you ain't got a handsome smile. You know, you ain't got, you know, and these things that starts young, man. Then you realize like, oh shit, like nah. Now you regretting back, looking back. Damn, I wish I, you know, did this, and man, I wish I would have did that.
Yeah. I mean, how many times have, you know, probably growing up, you know, certain things your parents told you, you didn't understand it then, or you could have thought that, oh man, they just don't want me to have fun, or whatever your reasoning was, you know, as a child. And then when you grow older, you're like, damn, now I see why my father or my mother was telling me that. Or it's like, man, I'm happy that I did do what they told me to do, or I'm happy that they were on me like that because it kept me away from these different things, man. So this devil's been like a child off the chain, off the loose, just doing and operating however, and now we're seeing the consequences, man.
A child left to himself.
Shall become willful.
Alright, just real quick.
And I know we still holding that Deuteronomy 8 and whatever else we was holding.
It's Isaiah 55 and 8. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are my ways, neither are your ways my ways, saith the Lord. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. So that's what it is. The Lord's ways and His thoughts is highest. Right? And when you walk in His ways, that's the most profitable way to walk. I don't know if a bro quoted it, but it said how the Lord's words is purified 7 times in the furnace, roughly paraphrasing. So the Lord's ways is perfect.
Yep, this is our manual book on how to live. You know, just like you get a car, it come with a manual, and that's how you supposed to keep up with it. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna put water in the gasoline, antifreeze in the engine. You know, there's certain things you're not gonna do because you're following the instructions on how to keep it maintained. You know?
That's right. It's all for the benefit. You know, the earth was created to be what? A paradise. You know? Pleasure, enjoyable. You know, and even Yahushua said, I came that you may have life and that you may have it more abundantly, man. All right? See, even just going into the dietary law, if you're living according to that, you're going to be in better health. All right? You're going to be stronger. You know, you're going to have a better constitution, everything like that, man, which is for your good, for your benefit. But living outside of that, you're going to destroy yourself. You know, your body's going to be all messed up. That's going to bring pain to you. So these things, man, that we've been taught from Yahweh Shem Yahushua is for the benefit of ourselves. All right, and it's going to be for the benefit of the entire earth, man.
Yeah, benefit of creation.
Yep.
Got that Deuteronomy 8 and 6. It says, therefore, thou shalt keep the commandments of the Lord thy power to walk in his ways and to fear him. For the Lord Yahweh thy power bringeth thee into a good land, a land of brooks of water, of fountains, and depths that springs out of the valleys.
Now you look at that land today, it don't have that, man.
Ain't no springs out there, man.
You know, these niggas got drip irrigation.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
these niggas don't water the crops normally. Like, you know, you will ride through, you know, here in Iowa, you will be driving down, you know, then you will see, the sprinkling system, how they water the crops. They don't do that out there, man.
They built a man, boy.
These niggas, no, well, they built it underground to where it drips directly on the roof.
Right.
Because they say more water evaporates.
Like you gotta account for water evaporating.
It cost a lot of money for them to act
Yes.
like they're the Israelites.
It costs
Billions of
It's
dollars.
billion. That's why
This
we
is-
sent. That's why America sends so much money out there, because it costs so much money just for them to inhabit that land.
Yeah.
It's really it's uninhabitable. Just like we were just. It's a desert. It's really a desert. There's no
Yeah.
greens. There's no water really producing out there. So they have what, like your brother said, drip irrigation. That costs a lot of money. But they got a whole system. They got pipes and shit that's constantly dripping on the roots,
They
man.
draw
That costs
water-
money. Yeah.
They draw water out of the Dead Sea.
Mhm.
Now the reason it's called the Dead Sea is because that body of water is extra salt. You know,
Mhm.
it's real
They have
salty.
to filter it.
So now they gotta filter the salt out of the water,
Just to
which
use
that's $1 billion
That costs
process,
money.
man. You know,
That's just one aspect. That show you that they're not the people, bro. When the real chosen, it's just like when Simba came back into rulership, bro. On Lion King, when he came back, bro, what happened? It started raining.
yeah, the clouds came with
The
it.
clouds came with him, and the land, the Pride Rock was renewed. All right, but with Scar and authority over there, what? That shit was a desert, man. The trees ain't had no leaves. They was overeating.
Yeah, well, it was out of order.
Yep.
You know, instead of the lions being the top of the hierarchy, what did he do?
Fucking
He
hyena.
exalted the hyenas over.
Yeah.
So he was like, well, the hyenas is going to eat
Yeah.
before the lioness.
Right.
You know, so the
Just 'cause they
hyenas
was mad.
was the niggas. That was a disorder
Yeah.
right there, man.
And the hyenas, they rule off of what? Matriarchy. All right, the fucking woman is the queen. She's on top. All right, just like even with the damn Khazars in the land, they base the lineage off the mom, off the woman. All right, and then all around the world, you see this devil uplifting the woman above the man. All right, he's like a damn hyena. Okay, but the Lion of Judah is about to return. Okay, and put everything back in order. You know.
Yeah, just even as you were speaking, man, over in that land, it rains about on average, an inch, like 1.2 inches on average, you know, throughout a year. So that's why they have to go through that extreme. It's clear that the land is cursed.
Yeah.
And once again, man, you made that beautiful point, man. That is a big reason of why billions are being sent over there, is so that they could survive on that land, because how cursed it is, man.
Mhm.
You know, like the Lord is very clear. Like, bro, the Lord ain't giving them no rain. You know, and that's why, man. Even when seeing these different things brewing, you know, with the war, it's gonna lead into the Lord cleaning out that land. We're getting that bitch gonna get hit with a nuke. That shit gonna get cleaned out, man. You know, get rid of them damn little hat niggas
Rats.
over there in that land, man, doing all that weirdo, nasty stuff, man. You know, so all that's gonna be cleared out, man. But that shit costs way too much for them to fake being the true people, man.
Yeah, more on that.
Yep, Deuteronomy 8 and 7, it says, "For the Lord thy power bringeth thee into a good land, a land of brooks of water, of fountains and depths that spring out of valleys and hills."
Right, and I'm thinking of with Abraham and Lot. You know, when they herdsmen were beefing with each other, and then Abraham and Lot came together and was like, look at all the land before us, man. You know, you go this way, I go that way, or you want to go that way, I go this way. Then I think it was Lot where he said he looked toward the south. I think he said he looked, you know, but he said he looked toward a certain direction, and he said he seen that the land was well watered everywhere, you know. And that's how the land was when Abraham was walking throughout it, when Isaac and Jacob dwelt as strangers there, when we came out of
Out of
Egypt,
Egypt into it.
going into the land, you know,
They seen the grapes.
led by Joshua, you know, when we was going to depose those Canaanites out of our land, you know, that land was looking like that, man. You see? And that land gonna look like that once again, but better.
Hmm.
You know, where it's gonna be springs of water and, you know,
Life.
the abundance of what it say, a land of milk and honey.
Flowing.
You know? Had this dumbass Khazar years ago. The average African American is lactose intolerant. So how can you dwell in a land? Nigga, shut your bitch ass up, nigga. Like you just seeing an actual land. Nigga, it's like
Like
actual
milk
it's just a
coming
milk,
down.
you know, rolling nigga, no.
cows.
We got milk waterfalls and shit.
Yeah, goddamn Willy Wonka movie. This nigga got a chocolate waterfall and shit. Nigga, no, dog. A land flowing milk and honey, talking about how fruitful and abundant the land is. How is honey made? Through bees. And what does bees do? They pollinate. So it's talking about how there's much vegetation, man. Where you get milk from? Cattle. So it's talking about an abundance of land to where your cattle can graze. So it's talking about an abundant land, man. And it's going to get back to that, man. And this is what we're looking forward to. And that's what the promise actually is, by the way.
Yep.
You know? All throughout the New Testament, when it talks about that eternal promise or the inheritance that's waiting for us, man, that's what it's talking about. It's talking about that land. And nobody else was promised that land. You know? It was promised to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob and to their seed. That's it, man. So nobody else can through Abraham, I believe. Nigga, it didn't work like that. If it did, the Lord would have wrote it. But he clearly said to Abraham, and his seed will I give this blessing. It wasn't given to Ishmael. That nigga got put out. You know? It says, cast out the bondman and her son, because he shall not be heir with Isaac, man. Roughly paraphrasing how it's written. When he had them 6 sons by Keturah, before Abraham died, it says that he divided his inheritance, you know, and he gave all that he had unto Isaac, and he gave gifts unto those sons and sent them away from Isaac. You can read that in Genesis, the 25th chapter at the beginning. So the Bible is very clear and distinct, you know. That's why the scripture says, in Isaac shall thy seed be called. So now through the blood of our Lord Yahweh Shai, we're looking to, you know, be a partaker of that promise, that inheritance that was given to our forefathers, man. Nobody else. You see? And that's the importance of Romans 9. You know, to whom pertaineth the adoption, the glory, the covenants, the giving of the law, and the promises. Whose are the fathers? As concerning the flesh, Yahweh Shai came, man. You know? So it's a beautiful hope that the Lord has returned us back to, man. You got it, bro.
Deuteronomy 8 and 8, it says, a land of wheat and barley and vines and fig trees.
And as you was talking about how it rains only half an inch every year,
Right.
I was inch and a half an inch, nigga, still
Nigga, not enough.
But in the Joel, the Lord said that I'm gonna return unto you the former rain and the latter rain moderately in its months, man. Roughly paraphrasing that precept. So that's showing you that the rains is gonna return. You see? To where those different rains would come at the different times when we would plant, you know? Because when you go into the former rain and latter rain, it goes into the Passover, you know, and the Pentecost, I think. Those were the where we would harvest and we would, you know. So the Lord would cause it to rain in those different seasons, you know, so it could sprout, bud forth. So when it was time for us to reap, we would have a decent harvest, man. You know, it's a beautiful system, man. But you got it back, bro.
It says a land of wheat and barley and vines and the fig trees and pomegranates, a land of oil, olive and honey.
Yep, so those are vineyards, you know. This is how abundant the land was at one point, and we going back to that. You got it?
It says
Right now, Jake probably got just a front yard, a backyard. Probably ain't even got that. Living in an apartment,
shit.
you know.
Not even a balcony. That shit crazy.
Like we're going, bro. We going back into where, bro, you're gonna have an inheritance, man. And like we went into a couple weeks ago at class, for bearing witness, Caleb got a goodly inheritance, man. You know. So we're bearing witness, right? So the portion, you know, the Lord's gonna give us. Come on now. Being able to stand on your own balcony, you know, looking out over your land, You know, this brother mentioned Lion King. That Mufasa told Simba, everything the light touches is yours. The Lord can give you an inheritance to where everything you see, as far as your eye can see,
But that's what
it's all yours. Like, everything the light, everything you can see that the light touches right here in this area is all you. And you, wherever you look, to the east, to the west, you like, God damn. You know? It's what we coming back to, man. Vineyard, somebody pulled in Ecclesiastes where King Solomon said he had orchards and he built vineyards, man.
Servants born in his house.
You know, that's what we're inheriting. You know? See, we ain't just talking. It's like we talk about it at class, or we talk about it online, we talk about it in these sit-down lessons, then we just go back to the concrete jungle, then we go back to the project, and then we just go back just.
I love it here.
And nigga, nah, bro. You know, this shit that we see right now, it's gonna be an end to this, man.
Smoke.
You know? And we gonna be fucking, man, bro. I don't even know, and that's a sad thing, I don't even know the different fabrics.
Right.
You know, your ass going, it's like the Egyptian silk. You know, that's like the highest form of type of fabric, you know, that niggas know.
Cotton, silk,
Egyptian silk.
satin,
You know?
Lemon.
Like, bro, there's so many different types of fabric, bro, and it's gonna be one fabric too. You know?
Pure.
And it's got
100%.
benefits.
And it's gonna grow. Man,
Gonna sit on that body right now.
man, bro.
Just for you.
You know? What you gonna be laying on?
Silk
What you gonna be
sheets.
sleeping in?
Yeah, we was talking about that golden wood, how the Moabites, you know, I think that was mainly with them that used a lot of that golden wood in the ancient world. But even those different properties, man, it says how that golden wood, like it was antibacterial, you know. So you know, it has a different smell to it. So your bed, they talked about King Solomon in the Book of Songs of Solomon, how his bed was made out of this and made out of that. And even when you go through the scriptures and you see the different analogies, it talks about the wood of Lebanon and this and that, and makes those different comparisons, man. And it's like we don't even have the knowledge of, you know, all these different things that we're gonna get full access to and know the use of it and the benefits and having an abundance.
And Lebanon was known for, you know, the abundance of different types of vegetation and wood that was growing there, bro. You know?
And it talks
It's
about
like name 3 types of wood. Anybody?
Mahogany.
Oak. Maple.
Mahogany.
Pine.
Palo Santo.
Sandalwood.
That holy wood.
You know, but then it's like knowing the intricacies, for lack of a better word, of these woods. Because certain wood ain't good to deal with. You know, so it's like, nah, this wood I'm building with, or this wood is just for aroma, or this wood is good for the incense or the resins, like you said. You know,
burning, this one's good for
yeah, this wood is good for, you know.
Yeah, like you said, the resin from it is the best use. You know, or this wood it's got a certain leaf that's good for healing. You know what I'm saying?
And we gonna know all that, bro.
Yeah.
You know, we gonna know what good is best for building. We gonna know what you know. Man, bro, it's gonna be so far more than, you know, the woman just make it seem like, nigga, all we looking forward to is just hella women, just hella bitches. Which, don't get it twisted, that's something we looking forward to. What nigga not?
It's in a man's nature.
You know, we looking forward to that, but the woman is like, come on now, there's so much more to look forward to the kingdom of heaven, man.
Yeah. And then
You know,
even women being able to, you know, be creative, and, you know, because we talk about these different things, they'll have the knowledge of certain things, like, oh, I'm gonna set up this, you know, for my household, and, you know, being able to be creative and actually be in their rightful order. Going back to what we was talking about, Esau's made everything out of course, man. So women, they
got a job. This bitch bragging because she's on the grind.
She's Miss Independent.
This bitch working 12 hours as a nurse. 16-hour shifts. Some of these bitches be working, bro.
Yeah, these hoes hurt too now.
Yeah.
You know, all that Miss Independent and oh, you single ladies, oh, the single ladies. Yeah.
This bitch chasing the bag.
Let's see where that energy got you now.
You saw that?
You know?
It was that clip I seen about this chick crying because her ass getting shipped to Iran. And she was like, I was thinking she was just gonna get a check. You know,
It is an easy check.
Yeah, easy check. Now her
Yeah.
ass getting shipped off.
Benefits.
Yeah, it's like, nah, bro, that, you know?
Yeah, I remember there was something happened. There was another woman. She was like, "Oh, no one comes in the military thinking that they're gonna fight." It's a woman, you know, and they was about to ship her ass off somewhere. All right, but that's the mentality of I'm coming in here to get me a Nissan, you know, and the benefits that come with it.
But
Yeah.
it's crazy, but that's the delusion that these Americans live in. Because here it is, out of this year marks 250 years that out of those 250 years, I think it was only like 15, 16 years that America has been at peace.
He's been at war 95% of the time.
So out of 250 years, only 15 years is not fighting wars. So why the fuck would you think I'm finna join? I'm in a country to where, nigga, the majority of the existence of this country, nigga, is war. This nigga leading the league in free throw percentage. You know, like,
Going to the free throw
that's like KD going to the line, nigga. You know it's automatic. You know? So it's like, bro, like, why wouldn't you expect to be at war? And you living in a country who 97 fucking percent of its existence was been at war.
Niggas brag about it.
It don't make sense.
Love going to war.
All right, something real quick. This is Genesis chapter 13 and verse 14. And the Lord said unto Abram, after that Lot was separated from him, lift up now thine eyes, and look from the place where thou art, and look from the place where thou art, northward and southward and eastward and westward. For all the land which thou seest, to thee will I give it, and to thy seed forever. To thy seed. I sees many, to thy seed forever. And that seed is talking about Isaac, on down to Jacob and the 12 tribes of Israel forever. Ain't nothing changed. That land is still belongs to us. We not in it right now. All right, we was chased out of it because of our wrongdoings and we're being punished. But the land still belongs to us. And Yahweh Shai is returning to give us that land. And not only give us that land, but to purify it and give us the whole earth with it, man. It says, ask of me, and I will give thee the heathen for thy inheritance, and the uttermost part of the earth for thy possession. We was going into that on Friday class, man. The whole entire earth. In 2nd Esdras, Esdras said the world was made for our sake. How come we don't have a possession in this world? All right, and it says in the book of Hebrews, here we have no continuing city, but we seek one to come. All right, we seek one to come. We got one coming to us. All right, and it's an everlasting kingdom. Okay, it doesn't end. We don't have to pay taxes. We're not going to be tribute to any. We're going to be autonomous, man. All right, we going to make the rules, and they're all going to be righteous. We'll be able to do whatever we want with our land. Like how King Solomon had to get shit cleared. Oh, let me check and make sure I can build this pool here.
You get a digging permit.
And when he was building the pools, it wasn't fucking shit up. It wasn't breaking, he wasn't disrupting anything. It was in perfect harmony with, with the land that he had. All right, and that's how we're gonna be, man. Okay, on a higher level though. On a higher level, Solomon was still subject to going off. He was still in mortal flesh. Solomon, he died. Okay, he was in a body that could die. We're gonna be in bodies that can't die. Okay, we're gonna be in bodies where we can't go off, just fully righteous for forever. So imagine the earth being under a rulership of those type of beings, starting with Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. That's it on that thing.
You want to jump up to 7, Baba Shah?
That was
yeah, it's just backing up the point of
Genesis 13 and 14. And I'm jumping up to verse 7. It says,
7 to 10.
Yeah, 7 to 10.
read 7 to 10. It says, and there was a strife between the herdmen of Abram's cattle and the herdmen of Lot's cattle, and the Canaanite and the Perizzite dwelled then in the land. Then Abram said unto Lot, let there be no strife, I pray thee, between me and thee, and between my herdmen and thy herdmen, for we be brethren. Is not the whole land before thee separate? It's not the whole land before thee, Separate thyself, I pray thee, from me. If thou wilt take the left hand, then I will go to the right hand. Or if thou depart to the right hand, then I will go to the left. And Lot lifted up his eyes and beheld all the plain of Jordan, that it was well watered everywhere before the Lord.
And even if you look at you could look at like satellite images and different maps and everything like that. It'll show you like different streams.
Or the dry river beds.
Yeah, the water. That's what it is. Dry riverbeds. You know. So it's a complete desert, but them images show you it's like, damn, it was water that was flowing through here,
It
and
was well watered at one point.
exactly.
That it was well watered everywhere
Like
before.
even over there in that lane, now further south, you know, in like Saudi Arabia, like they call it like the empty quarter, and it's like the third biggest desert on earth. But even in that, you could see that at once it was well watered, riverbeds there and everything like that. So man, it's gonna be beautiful to see the process of the Lord turning that into the Garden of Eden, flourishing. You know.
It
Yeah,
says,
and you would think like that land sits like the scripture says. You know, it's the river that went in the midst. That's the Jordan,
Right, that all that
and it broke off two parts at the top, Euphrates and the Hiddekel, which is
Tigers.
the Tigris today, and at the bottom the Nile and the Red Sea. But even on the you know, the opposite side, like toward Qatar in the UAE, you got the Persian Gulf right there. You know what I'm saying? So, bro, that it sits, it literally sits. It's surrounded by just
Bodies of
water, bro.
But
You know. So it's like it's supposed to be like, bro, that land's supposed to be fertile, abundant.
Well, that's why. Well, that's why if you look at in Brazil, you got the Amazon rainforest, which is known as one of the biggest rainforests, if not the biggest, if I'm not mistaken, either the first or second in the world.
I think they labeled it the first.
Okay, but it's
It's
so
either that or the Congo.
Con. You know, and that even ties into prophecy because it says Asher that his dwelling shall be fat, roughly paraphrasing it when you go into the prophecy. But that land, all right, in the Amazon rainforest, there's so much fruit, there's so much abundance, right, of different berries, you know, different, it's just luscious.
This nigga ain't even searched it all out.
And he haven't even searched all that out. But the key thing is you got the Amazon River flowing through that. And then it has all these break off, I think they call them like, not tributaries, but it has all these break off rivers and so on and so forth. But it's big in like vegetation, man.
Your ass to get lost there and never be found.
Straight up. They find different tribes of people in there that haven't had contact, you know, with the rest of civilization in there, man.
Well, they ask them get down or lay down when we come out those chariots
Yeah.
for his will.
Yeah. You know?
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey,
booking
boy,
and booking.
ain't finna be no more of that
No more
bullshit.
booking and booking. But I just, you know, just the point when you look at it on the map, man. The main reason why that land is so luscious is because you got a river that's flowing through there, and it's just like, you know, the brother had mentioned, man. You know, so man, going back into our land, bro, it's gonna be flourishing, man. All the rivers going through there, man. The vegetation around it has to be flourishing, man.
Man, I can't wait to see it, man. I'm thinking of during the time of Ezra. Well, it's written in Ezra, but it wasn't Ezra's time. It was Zerubbabel and Joshua when they had laid the foundation for the second temple, and then they talked about the old men. They started to cry, and it says how they seen the first temple, and they were blessed to be able to see the foundation of the second temple being laid. And I'm just saying all that to say to be able to witness that land, you know, because however it's gonna look when it's get destroyed, like when the fire touch it, you know what I'm saying? However that, you know,
Through.
I don't know what the fuck it's gonna look like, you know. It's gonna look like when they burn shit, when they control the like when you burn a control fire, you know, like what it's gonna look like. I don't know what the fuck it's gonna look like, you know. What the fuck does a land look after it's being nuked? I don't know, you know. But to see that process, bro,
It went from a nuked land to the garden.
to the Garden of Eden, bro, to where all type of trees is planted, fruit trees, and you know.
And then when we start building, like having servants finally building in our land, and man, it's gonna be our streets paved with gold. Like, bro, that's gonna be amazing, man. And being a part of that, man.
The first, you know, brick of the city being laid. You know, how you know how
Gold brick.
I can't even put it into words, bro. How fucking beautiful Jerusalem gonna be,
They gonna cry, bro.
you know?
Crank.
I got one real quick.
Finish on this little bit left in this Genesis. Genesis 13:10, it says, and Lot lifted up his eyes and beheld all the plain of Jordan, that it was well watered everywhere, before the Lord destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, even as the garden of the Lord, like the land of Egypt, as thou comest unto Zoar.
Even as the garden of the Lord. So you see how, you know, it keep referencing our land with the garden, because that's what it is. Our land is the garden, man. You know?
Not anymore. Not right now. You know, it don't look like a garden right now.
It's still the garden. It's
still
just
the
it's
garden,
just
but
you know.
it ain't no fruits in it. It ain't no vegetables in it. You know, everything that you see in the garden ain't there.
You know, you got niggas that got a backyard, nigga, and you be like, yeah, that's my garden back there. You look back there and be like, shit. You know, it's still a garden, but
That shit dried up.
yeah, you know, it's still a garden, but nigga, it ain't, yeah.
Like a little ass
That garden ain't gardening, yeah, you know. And that's what our land is right now, man. You know. But you got it out.
Kyle, this is 1 John 5:19. It says, we know that we are the children of the Most High Power, and that the world around us is under the control of the evil one. And I read that in the NLT. But hey, we know that we have an inheritance coming. You know what I'm saying? That righteous kingdom. And we see that when you look around, you see what you get when this wicked devil is ruling. You know, nothing, it brings forth life. It's just all, you know, brings forth death and destruction, man. But hey, we know that we got a kingdom, that everlasting, righteous kingdom coming, and we ain't gonna have to, man. Ain't gonna be no sniffing and coughing, and we ain't gonna be coughing, man, because we breathing in, you know what I'm saying, polluted air and all these things, man. You know.
Have polluted rain, like the
Yeah.
rain. It'd be raining, and the rain particles or the dust particles is getting in the rain and all that, making the people sick, or the pollution is making the rain.
Yeah.
Oh,
Shit.
Jack
you know,
Trails
back-
and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
chemtrails. Yeah.
Shit, it was a time when shit it rained, it cleans your car, but now it makes it dirty.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Be
Yeah,
muddy.
it's all
Yeah.
mud.
Bro. So then it's like your car, like you look at your car, bro. That shit
Yeah.
nasty as fuck. But then it's like I'm breathing this shit.
And then it's like brothers can tell like on white cars, it's like an orange,
Oh yeah.
brown, sometimes
Actually,
red.
oxidating.
Yeah, it's a bunch of chemicals and bullshit in there, man.
Fuck up.
So just imagine people that's drinking that.
All right.
Out there playing.
Bro, that's what, man, when it says they should drink poison and live,
Yeah.
it's like, bro, the shit we be eating, the shit that we be consuming, bro, it's like, this shit is through, bro.
We all do.
Through, bro. Like, the Lord gotta come, bro. That shit be depressing, man. You be like, damn, what am I gonna eat?
That's why I don't look at it. That's why when Jake be sharing shit, bro, I don't look at that shit, bro. Certain shit is like I'm mindful of. But other than that, bro, like I ain't, man, bro. Yeah, bro, Jake be sharing too much shit. That's just my opinion, you know. The shit I like to eat. You know, this nigga, I ain't looking at that shit, bro. Like, yeah, man.
One more
It be too much, bro. Like, it be too much, bro. Cause it's like, bro, you will bug yourself out here in this place, man. You know, Jake ass be hungry as hell, bro. You don't eat nothing. You know, Jake ass reading ingredients on your water.
That's fucked up. You
That-
gotta do
that-
that
that's
shit.
the point
That's
why I
fucked
said it.
up, bro.
You reading the ingredients on your water, bro. That's some crazy shit.
And it be
Yeah,
more than
yeah.
3 ingredients on the water.
Crazy.
Like right now, it's going viral. Again, I think the apostles might have brought it out a while back to our brother, where these different flavorings, they put a natural flavoring, but when you go into it, even with vanilla extract too, when you go
Yeah,
into it,
that's
it's
the
beaver
beaver
ass, bro. It's the glands of the beaver's ass that gives it the natural flavors. It's just bugged up, bro.
Too much.
Or the coloring, you know, they use a certain word, but when you look into it, it's a bug. You know, it's like yeah, beetles.
Here's another one real quick. Ecclesiastes 1:14. It says, I have seen all the works that are done under the sun, And behold, all is vanity and vexation of spirit. And when you look around, man, everything here is just vexing, man. You know, we gotta get the hell up out of here. This devil can not longer rule because he just ruled in wickedness and continue on, man, trying to come up with ways to just rule in wickedness, man. That's it. So that's why this devil gotta go, man.
So the Lord is shortening the days.
For the elect's sake.
And we gotta have a joy set before us, man. You know, because this shit'll make you fucking bitter, bro. You know? And you don't want the root of bitterness. We don't want the root of bitterness taking root in us. You know? You gotta have a joy set before us, man. And this is what we're reading about. Like, our land is about to be abundant once again, bro. You know, and the Lord gonna allow us to, whoever holding that Ecclesiastes, let's read that next, man. The Lord gonna allow, like, this is gonna be for us. You know? And like the brother said, even more abundant. You know, King Solomon made a point in one of those chapters where he said, "Who can hasten to more than I?" Bro, that's gonna be an understatement in the kingdom. You know? And when he said that during his reign, nobody on this earth has attained to his reign, bro. Not even the so-called elites, because these niggas don't know. These niggas trash, bro. They could live like that. Like, they could, but they weak as fuck.
They're just wicked, bro. They like doing.
They got gold in the vault.
You know?
Yeah, they're not even.
When we read what it talks about King Solomon's charioteers, I don't know what you call them, chariot riders, you know, and how they had the gold
entwined in the braids
and braided into their hair. Ooh. So as they was riding, Joe, the sun would hit it, and it looked like they were Super Saiyans.
Man.
Bro, imagine Bill Gates with some braids and gold in it.
I literally was like, imagine that, bro.
You can't even see it. You can't see that nigga with a gold chain.
Bro, a queen thought a cupbearer was the king.
He ain't even got the mind to make his servant that raw. Like, he don't even.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna make him look raw. Like, he don't even care. He don't care about the people.
Bro, royalty thought a servant was royalty.
Damn.
Thought he was king. Solid.
Come on now.
So how much is the Lord gonna bless his servants? You know? He was the cupbearer. A cupbearer for the king.
So it shows you if she thought he was the king, the cupbearer was more decked out than her ass was, and she was the queen.
Exactly. Talk about putting your people on, bro. Yeah, I was gonna put it, man.
This is what's about to happen. And in Sirach 22, it tells us to suffer in thy neighbor's low estate.
Mm-hmm.
Be faithful with him, so that you may be heir with him in his prosperity when he get exalted, man. And this is our part here. We gotta suffer with our Lord Yahweh Shai, man. Yahweh Shai told his the disciples, "Ye are they that continue with me in my temptation, and I appointed to you a kingdom as my Father hath appointed unto me, that you may sit and eat and drink at my table." Not every Israelite is going to have a seat at Yahweh Shai's table, bro.
Man's gift making food.
You know? To be able to have bro, it's the chair reserved. Ain't nobody finna sit in that chair, bro.
It's your chair. It's made for you.
That's a part of our customs anyways. I'm thinking about when Joseph, I'm thinking about with Jacob, you know, and Joseph, when they came to Joseph, you know, in his old age, and you know, he had set the table up like how it was when they was growing up, just to, you know, to sum it up. But it was like assigned areas, like this was the spot for Benjamin. You know what I'm saying? That's where he sat at the table and everything, you know? But just going back into like, that's how it was. Like, you know, you had an assigned seat. But man, that's gonna be glorious in the kingdom, man. Like, I'm even thinking about how the Lord decked out Aaron, man. That garment that he would wear on the Day of Atonement, man. In the book of Sirach, it describes it. It said it was a costly work. It says it was the beauty of the eyes, you know? So it's like, bro, the Lord gonna deck us out, man. I'm thinking about that Romans the 8th chapter. It says, if the Father gave his Son for us, how shall he not freely give us all things? He gave up Yahweh Shai you know, for his elect, starting off with the elect and then the rest of the nation of Israel, if he gave up Yahweh Shai for us, how much more is he gonna give us everything else, man? You know?
This is Ecclesiastes 2, and verse 4. It says, I made me great works. I builded me houses. I planted me vineyards. I made me gardens and orchards. And I planted trees in them of all kind of fruits.
It's gonna be us, bro. You know?
All kinds.
Talking about no garden bed in your backyard, boy. He said vineyard. I planted me vineyard. You know how big a fucking vineyard is?
Yards.
Orchards.
Yeah. Yeah. Not just one, but I got plenty of them. I got orchards of this over there. I got vineyards of that
Yeah,
over
bro.
there.
Like, bro, you got an area where your orange bushes is growing.
Yeah.
You got another area where your apple trees. You got another area with your pears.
I make my wine out of these grapes over here. Serving my wine, you know.
Watermelon.
Bro,
I get my
and those are
raisins.
just nigga, fruit we know.
Yeah, I'm about
It's
to
the
say.
fruit that they give us access to.
Right.
He said all kind of fruits.
All kinds.
Then our gates gonna be open continually. Imports gonna be brought in from different parts of the earth. Different spices, you know, different fruit.
Varieties, the spice of life.
You can read that in Kings, where somebody can hold that on deck. The Queen of Sheba came in and says no spices came in, you know, before when she had brought them. Go ahead. And once again, we reading about the former glory, or we reading about the glory of the first house, as it was written in Haggai. The Lord said that the glory of this latter house is going to surpass the glory of the former. So we reading about how glorious King Solomon's rulership was. What Yahushua is bringing is going to far surpass what he had as King Solomon, man. And once again, ain't no nigga on this earth. I don't give a damn. Jay-Z, this nigga worth what 3-4 billion. Michael Jordan or whatever the hell. Nigga, they can't hasten like the way King Solomon was doing, bro.
Nowhere near it.
They righteousness too, like not even that weird.
You know, I'm just talking about just. I ain't talking about the weird shit. I'm,
Yeah.
you know, just talking about having resources, man.
Big Bang take a little bit. They don't got real money.
Yeah,
They can't even use their money how they want to use it. This nigga got one woman, Beyonce. She's not even a virgin when he got her. What do he got? He don't even got no sons.
Yeah, they ain't controlling the flow of resources and
They not in
Yeah.
rulership. King Solomon was ruling.
Dictating trade.
yeah.
Trade routes.
You know, sending your men across the world. You know, King Solomon had the resources, bro. He built those ships, sent those men to the other side of the world, bro, to harvest, you know, to mine,
But they has to work.
and to bring goods back from the other side of the world, bro.
Best gold. Ophir.
3 years.
We're gonna be able to have those resources. However, the earth gonna be looking in that time. To be able to send out somebody, you know, yeah, there's a distant land, you know, fucking 2 years away. You know, sail your ass over there, man. I'll see you in 4.
Yeah.
I'll meet y'all.
You know?
I'll get there when I get there. Y'all
I ain't even gonna be there. I could, but man, I'll see y'all niggas when y'all get back. You know?
Distant planets.
Bro, it's so much to look forward to, bro. You know, and these things should keep our minds occupied, you know, outside of the bullshit we gotta experience on a daily basis, man. You know? I was hearing the brother before the camera came on, and the brother was like, man, gotta go to work, dealing with these people. And you know, I was just listening to the brother. And in the back of my head, it's like, man, shit, we ain't got nobody to blame but ourselves. So we gotta bear the indignation of the Lord until he plead our cause. And he's doing it now in the form of this, you know, of this word, Joe. The gift of the Holy Spirit being poured out on us, man. And we able to have the eye salve, the foresight the hope, going back to the Isaiah 35, we didn't even hit the point, you know? Strengthen the weak hands and confirm the feeble knees, bro. This is what's coming to us, man. You know? You gotta worry about a fucking apartment.
Bills.
You know, dealing with, yeah, bills,
First of
light bill, and all that shit, man.
Even fucking out of damn, you eating. These motherfuckers bringing a little ass steak to you. Like, how about you can slay, like, you
Bro,
got
your
your
ass
own
gonna have a
cow.
whole ox, bro.
Bro,
A
and you
whole
say
ox.
full.
You talking about you still hungry and shit.
Yeah, and it's gonna be a what they call an exotic ox. I don't know if that's what they call it, you know. Because it's like now, it's like today we got, you know, you got cattle,
This is beef.
you got cow,
What
beef,
kind of cow?
you know. But it's like, bro, there's so many different species of
Cow, deer.
of cow, elk,
Alaska.
deer. Yeah, bro, you got goddamn musk ox, you got water buffalo, you know, you got goddamn.
Wagyu.
It's like so many different variety, bro, of tasty ass meats.
Different kind of sheep.
You know them niggas good, bro. Bison. You know, certain ones is more tender. Certain ones is more like, man, bro. I keep talking about that damn goat. I bet you that nigga he's seasoned already. Bro, that nigga, bro, he on the mountain, bro, and all he do is lick the salt deposits off the side of the mountain, bro. That nigga is already he's seasoned already.
You just gotta boil that nigga. Throw that nigga on the grill.
All you gotta do is throw that nigga on some fire, bro. And then the different wood get a flavor. Come on, bro.
And then-
It's endless combinations the Lord is gonna give us, bro.
Yeah, this type of goat is good specifically on this type of wood. When you cook it like this, like the varieties that we're gonna be able to, it's innumerable, man. And it's like, bro, we ain't gonna be bored.
And then the different spices like this. Just think about it, like the Himalayan salt or the sea salt we got.
They got like
That
Hawaiian,
shit trash.
bro. They got Hawaiian black salt. That's good. Yeah, lava salt. They got salt that already tastes like it's barbecue.
Like the real, the real, but the real like high quality Himalayan salt.
Yeah,
Straight from the
like actually Himalayan. Actually,
You know,
Esau be fucking with that shit.
that one joint. I don't know if I showed y'all the one joint, but the spot.
Yeah, the tea and spice.
It got all the spices, bro.
Yeah, they got cinnamon, salt, all types of
They
stuff.
got all kind of salt, bro.
Habanero
It's
salt.
different salt, huh?
cinnamon salt. That sounds.
Habanero
The
salt.
shit cold, and then it's different. Like, bro, it's this fucking.
Sugar.
It's called rock candy, but it's a sugar, and it's natural sugar, and it's like, bro, you eat it, it's like an hour later, you know, but it's real, actual. It's actual like, it's real sugar, bro.
Man, the Lord raw.
And I'm at the spot, bro, and I'm looking like, God damn, and they let you sample it, you know.
They had something called pomegranate sugar. You know what I'm saying? So it was like pink.
They dried the pomegranate,
Yeah, bro,
Joe, and man, look, bro. That's what I'm saying. There's endless combinations, bro. That the Lord, bro, man, bro. We gonna be living.
Man,
We gonna be living.
that sounds so good, bro.
You know. And right now is grind time. In order to get that life we looking forward to, bro. Right now it's time to lock in, bro.
Lock in, twin.
Because through locking in, bro, and through focusing on the will of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, it gives us the strength to continue to deal with the bitterness we gotta deal with every day. And that bitterness ain't gonna overtake you, man. You know? You able to look past the sufferings. Like, we in it, but you able to see the benefit of being in it. You know? We catching hell on a daily basis, bro. Yeah, we gotta be subject to payments. You know, we gotta work every fucking day. You know, we in this prison house. But what is the benefit, bro? The benefit is acknowledging you fucked up in the process of purification that Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is bringing us through what we going through. Because he's making us worthy for himself, according to Wisdom of Solomon 3. You know? And he's coming with healing in his wings, bro. You know?
I got one.
Go ahead, bro. I'm just in my head, Joe. Like,
This Micah 7 and 9, it says, I'm going to read it in the NLT. It says, I will be patient as the Lord punishes me, for I have sinned against him. But after that, he will take up my case and give me justice for all I have suffered from my enemies. The Lord will bring me into the light, and I will see his righteousness. And so like you know, what you said earlier, hey man, we gotta go through this suffering. It was we put ourselves in this because of our disobedience. But hey, the Lord found a way out of it through Yahweh Shai, man. You know, so we just gotta go through it to get to it. But we almost there, man. We just gotta, you know, enjoy the suffering, man. Cause hey, it could be worse. The things, the situations we in, it could be worse. You know, but the Lord ain't gonna give us nothing that hey, we can't bear. So just bear what we gotta go through, and we got a kingdom coming unto us, man. And we ain't gonna have no more suffering, no more death. You know, none of those things, man.
and it says, I shall see his righteousness.
Come.
Now, when you read that part, Isaiah 33 popped in my mind. It says, you shall see the land that is afar off. That's the land we talking about. And it says, you shall see the King in his glory, Joe. In his beauty, Salaki, if I, you know, man, bro. To see Yahweh Shai beautified. To see you brothers beautified.
Yeah, because it says, we shall see him as he is, and we shall be like him.
To see the apostles get the reward of their labor, the elder bishops, man, the men of the Lord, bro.
Get the youth back.
You know? To be able to meet the men that came before us. King Mashai. You know? High Priest Yaquad. Elder Abba Bivens. You see? And man, bro, greatness is prepared for us, Joe. You know, I'm thinking of that nigga Achilles, bro, on the movie Troy. You know, that nigga pointed to the beach, he said, immortality, take it. It's yours. You know, nigga, that's how I feel right now, nigga. I feel like screaming.
Running out the door.
Bro. Immortality is right there waiting, bro. Is waiting for us, bro. We already got it. It says to be allied to wisdom is immortality, bro. You know? So as long as we abide in Yahweh Shai, it's the pathway of life. And in the pathway thereof, it ain't no death, man. You know, you got it up.
Romans 8 and 17, and if children, then heirs, heirs of Yahweh, and joint heirs with Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. If so be that we suffer with him, that we may be also glorified together.
And that glorification is coming, bro. That's the suffering is this shit. It's obvious, nigga, we going through the suffering. But that glorification is coming, man.
Before honor is humility. Verse 18, for I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. And Yahweh Shai say he's coming quickly and his reward is with him, to render unto every man according to his works. So we have to continue to have a pattern of good works. And Galatians says, be not weary and well doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not. What we're doing is well in the eyes of the Lord, is pleasing in the eyes of the Lord. It says, if please the Most High by the foolishness of preaching to save them that believe. All right, so this lesson is pleasing to the Lord, because we're going into the Bible and we're teaching of his mercy. We're teaching of his promises. We're teaching of his righteousness. We was at the camp yesterday. We was prophesying the downfall of this vile society and all the Lord's enemies. And we're prophesying of Yahweh Shai's return. This is pleasing. We're teaching our people who they are. We're teaching the things that are pleasing to the Most High to our people. All right? And the things that we're separating the holy from the profane. We're doing all this in the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right? And it comes with glory. It comes with a reward. All we have to do is what? Be not weary in it. Continue in it. All right? Like I think you quoted it yesterday or 2 days ago. Wax old and not work, man. You know, wax old in it. You know, I said it earlier. You know, we get old. You know, I've been used to say it, but now it's actually like happening. Jake getting old, and about every year, you know, Jake will have, you know, certain earth. You know each other's Earth days and shit. now Jake is actually getting old in Babylon. Like
Damn, we-
Jake turned
we're old.
24. Like shit, I'm getting old in Babylon. Now it's like Jake getting older and older and older. It's like damn, we actually getting old in this motherfucker. All right, but at least we getting old in our work. At least we getting old, you know, and still got the spirit of the Lord with us, man. And another day, you know, closer. We're just another year closer to our deliverance,
You
man.
becoming an old wise man, and you leaving and you leaving behind you that old fool.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah.
What is? I think that's the parable, right? The old, did it say old wise man? They despise his words. Mm-hmm. Or was it just the wise man? I don't know why am I putting the old there. Does nigga we old? But Jake got it back where we was at.
That was in the Romans.
I can hit one real quick. This is Psalms 119 and 49 in the NLT. It says, remember your promise to me. It is my only hope. Your promise revives me. It comforts me in all my troubles. So just to land back on the point the brother was making as we were going through this captivity and dealing with all the bullshit that Jake got to deal with, you know, and then keeping in mind we're seeing all these prophecies coming to pass. So the Lord he's hearing the cries of the elect. You know, he's shortening the days. He's speeding up the times. Like the Lord doing what he said he would do. You know, but as we're speaking about these different things, like, bro, that should revive us, man. These are promises that the Lord said, man. What we're talking about, getting our land, having servants, and being able to enjoy all these different things, these are things that the Lord promised to us that we could read through the scriptures that should keep us, you know, keep us going, man, keep us pushing. Like Yahweh Shai, man, in the book of Hebrews, the 12th chapter, it said, for the joy that was set before Yahweh Shai, he endured the cross and despised the shame. Meaning that he thought little or nothing of what he had to suffer in comparison of what he was going to receive, man. So we got to make sure that we're keeping these things on our mind, man. Think about the kingdom. Meditate on these things, man. Imagine it, you know. Like, damn, man, what if I, you know, get to build a palace and, man, I'd like to have it like this. Ooh, man, I can have that room made out of, you know, this type of stone or that type of stone. And, you know, drift
back
off.
in the day, they had that bullshit MTV cribs.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of them niggas was renting cribs
They
and
was
shit. It
renting
wasn't
shit out.
really their crib, but even then, like, certain ones, it was their house.
Yeah. But they
You
would
know,
go through
And then they'd go through and a nigga had like a white room
Yeah.
or a red room. Everything in there would be red or everything in there would be white. And it's like, nigga, like, you can have that in the kingdom to come. What that nigga showing you is trash. What you're gonna have, bro, like all precious stone, real stone, bro. Like, nigga, I got a lapis lazuli room. Talking about a fucking red room, nigga. Have you ever seen a lapis lazuli? Bro, there's and I think it's different types of stone, but the one that I'm talking about, bro, it looked like you looking up into the night sky.
Yeah.
That's kind of like that black opal.
I think that's what I'm thinking about. It's the black opal. It's the black opal.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
black
thinking
opal.
about.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking about.
Bro, look like a galaxy.
Yeah.
That's the
What is that?
That's the lapis.
Yeah, the lapis
That's
is cool
hard. That's
too,
hard,
but
too.
I think it's different colors for the lapis too, though.
Yeah, the black opal.
But that black opal, it looked like you looking
Night
up
sky,
into the
yeah.
night sky, yo.
Yeah. And you got a room made out of that, and then different
Look at that
stones.
Sleeping in that
That's
motherfucker.
that,
Look at that shit.
That's that dragon's tail. Or what's it called? Yeah, dragon tail. That's
Yeah, that shit's hard.
Yeah,
Bro.
But you got a room made out of that, and then you got different things that can be carved and made out of, you know, those different things. Like, for instance, like anything you can look at. Look at the table that you got in front of you, or whatever. Look around
And
your
they got the
crib.
design, like you think about how King Solomon,
He just, oh man.
you know, how the Lord instructed
The
him
detail.
with the details on the temple.
Like
Yeah.
the cherubim
They said
had
it
to
was
be in the
carved,
Yeah.
you know, with the carvings and the lions,
and then laid over with gold. It'll be made out of certain wood, and then
Bro.
laid over with the gold.
Like we could just think about that, but envision it the way you would want it.
Exactly.
You know, look how his throne. He had the lions.
Yeah.
You know, the
Going
ascending
up
to the throne, Joe. And then it talk about the tub where the priest would bathe. It says
It sat on
how
the
it sat
ox.
on the oxen.
The oxen, how it, yeah.
Man, bro, when you just picture
carved
that,
oxen.
you look at man, dog.
Yeah, it's like when we was talking yesterday at dinner. It's like
Yeah.
we gonna go back to who we are, which is the Elohim. In the beginning, it said that the Elohim spoke the word and it was good. and you know they seen that it was good. So all we gotta do is say the word, and it's gonna get done, and we gonna and it's gonna be good.
And you're gonna have the best of the best. You know, the best carvers. You know, the types of opals.
There's 6 right now, bro. It says black opal, white opal, boulder opal, matrix opal, fire opal, water opal. Boy, they look fucking.
Yeah, you must have show the screen. Man, I forgot what I was just saying though.
Well, he was mentioning about the Alahai.
Look at that shit.
Yeah, bro, you got a room like that. Matrix opal.
That fire opal is crazy.
But that water opal, like I don't know if y'all seen certain pools where the bottom of it is like ingrained, or it have a certain like rich motherfuckers, they might have it like stones at the bottom and carved. But I was just imagining that white opal, I think it was, man. Imagine you having your pool and the bottom of it being made out of the opal, so you look down, bro. Come on now.
Cause brothers be sharing like clips on Instagram and shit. Motherfuckers be having like a whole tub.
Yeah,
made out of a particular stone.
Yeah, the kitchen counter made out of certain,
bro.
And they have properties, man, and you can recharge these stones. Have they have energy, in them. There's certain stones that you can charge them up, and they can
sunlight,
roll back.
moonlight.
We don't have all that right now. It's to a certain degree. You can get, there's certain brothers that's into it, and they get into it. But we're gonna have the full knowledge of these different things, and not only the full knowledge, but we're gonna have full access, so we can really, put some shit together, man.
Bro, there's certain plants, bro, that absorb the toxins out of the air. Yeah. And it purifies the air, and that helps with mood. That helps with the energy of the bro, all that, bro. And it's like, bro,
that's real.
That's gonna be the land, period.
Yes.
It's great, man. I'm gonna repeat the point. Greatness is prepared for us, man.
Glory, like that Romans,
The Lord got it all laid out, waiting for it. The kingdom is already prepared for you.
Watch and pray.
Pray for a few days unto you that they may be shortened.
Man.
So just stay before the throne.
Yeah.
Continue to send up those incense to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Ask for forgiveness. Ask for him to expedite his judgment. He already said that he gonna make a short work of this place, a speedy riddance of this place. He said he would make the days short for the elect's sake, but he's told us to pray for a few days. He already said he was gonna do it, then he turned around and told us to pray for it.
And it's working.
Add on top of that.
Like, it's working, bro. Even regular people in the world, they're talking about how time is flying. Why is that?
Now it's a scientific reason behind it.
Yeah, now the Earth's spinning hella fast.
Now the Earth is spinning faster on its axis according to this nigga. But because, like you said, because it's evident that these days are short, now science is just like, oh, well, the Earth is spinning faster. Like, nigga.
He's speeding up the time for the elect's sake, like he said he would.
The Lord told us what he was going to do.
Like,
how do you determine that it's spinning faster?
What an idiot.
I mean, how do you figure that out?
This nigga got a race of planets. Like,
nigga.
Time, you got a clock.
You got a stopwatch outside. How fast the Earth spins, nigga. This nigga, he be lying, bro. This nigga just be making shit up, bro.
One of them niggas, bro, just lie.
Right. And niggas used to believe this nigga. Now it's like, bro, niggas don't
we
listen.
went to the moon. Now you got regular niggas saying, man, we ain't go to no damn moon.
Nigga just be making shit up, bro. This nigga, he a publisher too.
Right.
This nigga a publisher, bro. And
whole article.
It's an article.
An article of lies. Go ahead, my shot.
This is Joel chapter 2 and verse 21. Fear not, O land, be glad and rejoice, for the Lord will do great things. Be not afraid, ye beasts of the field, for the pastures of the wilderness will spring, for the tree bringeth her fruit, the fig tree and the vine do yield their strength. And I just want to make a point on that, because it made me also think of what you brought out. I think you said it was Edomite. He applied that 4-year the law and the prescription.
Oh yeah. He applied the dude that was he was making them lemons. He was he planted lemons.
Oh,
yeah. He planted lemons and he applied that.
Right. But even when he did that, he he seen the results even with the earth being, under that curse of Cain, but how much more, everything, when the earth is in its strength,
Yeah.
how much more will it affect
Yeah,
everything, the use
you
of
know.
everything.
That cluster, that cluster of grapes. You know, bro, the scripture says it took 2 mighty men. And keep in mind, like, we're less stature than what they were. You know? And it took 2 of them to carry 1 cluster of grapes. Today, we can pick up a cluster of grapes like this.
Bro, my shorties was feeding me grapes earlier.
Like, really envision that, bro. We can pick up a cluster of grapes like this, bro. And it took 2 mighty men who are way mightier than what we are today to carry them cluster of grapes during that time.
Bro, them grapes had to be damn. Like one
Basketball.
grape had to be like this fucking big.
Watermelon grapes.
They had to be the size of watermelon.
Like you
Cause
can't just
certain watermelons you gotta,
like you just imagine you can bite into
Way too.
a grape, like just bite into that motherfucker.
Imagine a cluster of watermelon. That shit, you're not carrying that motherfucker
Right,
by
right,
yourself,
right,
boy.
Right.
We need a couple. Hey, let me get a couple young brothers out here. We got a cluster of. That's how the grapes was, man. With seeds in them.
Right.
They have a sticker. It wasn't in the bag. That said, well, this motherfucker say seedless on it.
Organic.
Yeah,
Right.
organic. Organic seedless. What the fuck?
We got the organic, and then we got organic seedless. Like nigga.
Fruits in a bag. Come on now, man. That's not how we supposed to live, bro. Everything's packaged up.
And if grapes was that size,
Imagine the
what did the watermelon look like, bro?
That's why them niggas want to go back to Egypt, bro.
They said the melon.
The melon.
You gonna have
I got that First Kings, 1 Kings 10, and I'm gonna start at the top.
Somebody pulled in Chronicles too, where King Solomon numbered the heathen, and it said how he made them mine in the mountains.
Yeah, hewers.
Cause we gonna have a slave force, bro. You know, Isaiah 61 says the stranger shall, plant our vineyards. They're gonna watch over our flocks. You know, but we gonna have these niggas gonna be digging holes.
Digging up them hoes.
Them niggas gonna be, in the mountains. Them niggas gonna be mining. I think that's Job, where it says there's a mine. It's reading NLT. There's a mine for the gold and the vein for the silver and the earth. We gonna be in control of all that, bro. Those opals and those stones that Jake pulled up. How you think we gonna get them?
They gotta get it.
Be dirt all in their nails.
We about to have. It already is. You look at Esau today. This nigga through.
Bro, he eats his food like that, bro. He eats it. He don't wash his hands, and I can see dirt all on his shit. He's eating a donut.
This nigga come straight out the bathroom, bro.
Yeah,
That nigga say he don't.
that shit foul.
Ready for
Yeah,
dinner.
bro.
That shit foul.
It's like, bro.
Trying to high
This nigga get the sneezing.
They want to shake your hand and shit too.
It's like, bro, this nigga.
Yeah, it said that the elders shall serve the younger. Like, this nigga is a servant, bro. He finna serve. Like, he finna be in the fields. He finna be in the mines.
Yeah, he gonna know what it's like to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, that nigga said, what?
He
I don't know
couldn't
how to
dig.
dig.
No, you gonna learn.
You gonna learn. You gonna do your job, boy. What?
Oh yeah, boy.
No injury, time off short. They had that short
Yeah,
term.
and
No paid time
and
off.
you ain't getting no PTO, nigga.
No family leave.
Ain't no
man.
sick leave.
None of that.
Parental leave.
You know, ain't no paternal. You know, 'cause they get men paternal leave.
Paternal.
Nigga, no.
No vacation. What the hell you
Just
doing?
on the Sabbath.
Fuck you.
Yeah, your rest you got is on the Sabbath.
Not on my world, nigga. You ain't going nowhere.
We didn't give you a day.
We lucky we giving you that.
Certain months you gonna have 2 days. Back
Yeah, he gonna love the Sabbath. He gonna hate it.
Gonna be,
Cause I'm gonna give him through the Spirit as long, whatever the Lord allows to happen.
Sick, bro.
But in my mind, it's like, bro, he's gonna physically rest on the Sabbath.
Not
But
mentally.
he gonna be tormented.
But nigga, that nigga, he gonna be working in his mind, boy.
Yeah, he gonna. Bro, don't y'all have dreams where you at work, bro?
But
Yes.
Yes, bro. This
He
nigga
gonna be
gonna
working in his
work in
dreams.
his sleep,
working hard, sweating in his
and you
sleep.
feel it. You feel that shit.
And then there's dreams where Satan fuck with you in your dreams, where you know it's the Sabbath,
oh, he's
Yeah,
trying to
bro.
but the nigga be on bullshit in your dreams, having you trying to break the Sabbath in your dream.
Going on.
Oh Bro,
Bro,
that's gonna be the same for them niggas, bro. If Satan was on our head like that,
how much
I'm
more?
finna employ this nigga, bro.
We gonna have-
Satan is about to work.
Charge over angels.
Yeah, we have charge over angels. Yep. Said we shall judge angels.
Yep.
You know,
This nigga doing fucking prayers and goddamn rituals and seances and casting spells on us and shit. Like a lot of that shit he be doing, bro. He be trying to cast spells on us, bro.
Yeah. When we get sick of shit.
You know?
enchantments.
Yeah, this nigga be putting death spells on us, bro. Jake get stuffy nose.
Right.
Okay, you got a stomach ache.
You know, yeah, Jake got the bubble guts a little bit. You know? But it's like, look what this dude is on, bro. Now we gonna do it in the righteous sense. You know? I'm gonna send a left-hand angel. Hey, go holler at this nigga, bro.
Right.
Cause this nigga to, you know, think this in his head, bro.
Who shall persuade?
Just so I can bust this nigga upside his motherfucking head, bro. You know? Bro, we gonna have fun, man.
Wow. Real fun.
The Lord, man. Go ahead, bro.
Oh, I'll read it.
Yeah, man.
Back in that First Kings.
The Lord got great. I'm gonna keep saying that, bro. The Lord got greatness prepared for us, bro.
It says, "I've not seen, ear hath not heard, what the Lord is prepared for them that wait for Him."
You know, we gonna have control of the resources, bro. We gonna have, bro. The Lord said, "No good thing will I withhold from him, bro."
It says they
He
shall
said, "You will
petition
drink of the rivers of my pleasure."
rivers of
Lord said that His right hand is pleasures forevermore. You know, so the Lord, bro. Creation is ours, bro.
The desires of thy
The
heart.
desires of thy heart, bro. Like creation is ours, and the Lord is gonna allow us to enjoy it in righteousness, man. At the same time, getting revenge on our enemies for that 1,000-year period, bro.
Man.
Calves in the stall or something like that.
Yeah, Malachi. They should be as
The
calves
calves
released
amongst
out
us
of-
all, yep. So it's like them calves getting released, man, or you know,
Freedom.
dogs, you let them dogs out, man. Who let them dogs out? Dogs running loose, man. I was thinking about Shamar, took him to that park. Nigga, damn near running on the water. He was so happy, man. He's so charged.
He released.
That nigga did, he
He
good.
was gone, bro.
That
nigga
nigga
ain't
ran
never-
through the bushes, Joe. He
Yeah.
fell in that pond.
That nigga ain't never swam before, and he swam.
Like a
Jumped in that
dolphin,
bitch.
bro. Swimming with the duck. With the duck in it. Like,
Look, and that's how it's like, bro. We man.
set free. You know, Lord about to set us free because we're in bondage, we're in captivity on all different levels. We're in bondage to these bodies, man. We in the chains of darkness. He gonna set us free from these bodies, man. He gonna set us free from the bondage of our enemies. It says that in the book of Luke, the 1st chapter, that the Lord has raised up a horn of salvation for us out of the house of David. To what? To deliver us from the hand of our enemies and the land of our captivity. Roughly paraphrasing, man. But go ahead.
Yep, this is 1 Kings 10:1. It says, "And when the queen of Sheba heard of the fame of Solomon concerning the name of the Lord Yahweh, she came to prove him with hard questions. And she came to Jerusalem with a very great train."
Now, what did it say in Isaiah 60?
Mm-hmm.
It says the dromedaries and the camels, a great train, man. You know? So they ain't finna come empty-handed. Go ahead.
Them camels finna be loaded.
Yep.
Them
Yep.
camels finna be loaded with stuff, man. Some of them they're gonna have spices on the elephants. They're gonna have spices. They're gonna have women on them, virgins on them. All right. They're gonna have different
Gold,
fruit,
silver.
gold, stones. All right, fruits and different things that's
Fresh.
native to that
Yep,
area.
yep.
Is
Different
all
grain offerings, you
native
know.
to Jerusalem.
You know how it is today.
The first fruits. The
Yeah.
first fruits of
Yeah,
the
yeah,
increase.
the best of the best.
I was gonna say, you know how it is now. You go to the damn store and damn fruit be having mold and
Yeah,
shit on that.
it'd be the one at the bottom too.
Yeah.
You gotta
Dig through that shit.
flip the little ass thing over, man. Then you get to you thought it was cool. You get to the crib and you see that shit. Like, nah, I want my fruit straight off the, straight
Freshly
off
picked.
freshly picked, man. Go ahead.
It says, and she came to Jerusalem with a very great train with camels that bear spices and very much gold and precious stones. And when she was come to Solomon, she communed with him of all that was in her heart. And Solomon told her all her questions. There was not anything hid from the king which he told her not. And when the queen of Sheba had seen all Solomon's wisdom in the house that he had built, in the meat of his table, in the sitting of his servants, in the attendance of his ministers, and the apparel, and his cupbearers, and his ascent. That's how you say that.
Mhm.
AS. Yep. And his ascent by which he went up unto the house of the Lord, there was no more spirit in her.
Mm.
It says.
That's royalty fainting.
Passed out.
You know, she thought she knew what it was like to live good.
Yeah, look what she
Get all
brought.
these questions.
Look at all the shit she
Wrong.
brought. Precious stones, gold, spices. She brought all type of stuff, man. She got to the door and thought that was the king. Then when she actually met the king, she passed out. Just fanning her off. Queen. Go ahead.
It says, verse 6, it says, and she said to the king, it was a true report that I heard in mine own land of thy acts and of thy wisdom. Howbeit I believed not the words until I came, and my eyes had seen it. And behold, the half was not told me. Thy wisdom and prosperity exceeded the fame which I heard.
She said the half was not. So she thought they was exaggerating, and she didn't believe it. And they couldn't even exaggerate. The exaggeration fell short, and they wasn't even exaggerating. You know, it's like something so great that you can't even explain. You can't even put into words, bro.
Neither has entered to the hearts of men. You only seem to aspire.
And that's the height of this
world.
glory on this side, bro. That's the height of the first covenant. That's the height of corruption. I'm talking about us, because
Being
in this
body.
corrupt state,
Yeah.
like,
That's tough.
how much, bro? How much more this second covenant,
Wow.
bro?
Where we're perfect.
Where you can't
Which is
sin.
what the Creator intended. He intended
right.
us to be immortal. It was all intended for it to be like this, but we had to go through the process first. We had to go through His plan first, and now we're finally, we reached the end. Mission complete. Almost. All we gotta do is remain faithful to the end. He said, "I'll give you hold fast that which ye have already until I come. He that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, the same shall get power over the nations, and shall break them and rule them with the rod of iron." It says in Revelations, "He that overcometh shall inherit all things, all creation, the uttermost part of the earth." We're gonna plant vineyards, all right, and eat the fruit thereof, and drink the wine thereof, as it says in the book of Amos. Okay, I show you we're gonna be in bodies that we still gonna be able to. We get
Enjoy the
we
earth.
get to enjoy the drinking wine. We get to enjoy eating fruits. We get to enjoy women and having children.
It said we won't plant vineyards and another eat thereof. You know,
Strangers shall keep our flocks. Our seed shall be known. Amongst the nations. Yeah, you're gonna know. That's my son over there flying.
and that's the spirit you said that because that identifies who the blessing is. When it says that in thy seed shall all nations be blessed, it was told to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Where in Isaiah 61, it says that their seed shall be known amongst the Gentiles, and it shall be known that they are the seed which the Most High hath blessed. So that shows you who that seed is. That ain't talking about whoever they are. If you believe, you're a partaker, nigga. No.
I'm gonna go back to this 1 Kings 10. In verse 8 it says, "Happy are thy men, happy are these thy servants, which stand continually before thee, and that hear thy wisdom. Blessed be the Lord thy power, which delighteth in thee, to set thee on the throne of Israel. Because the Lord loved Israel forever, therefore he made he the king to do judgment and justice." It says, "And she gave the king 120 talents of gold, and of spices very great store, and precious stones. There came no more such abundance of spices as these which the queen of Sheba gave to King Solomon."
Man, bro. So that's how it's gonna be. Different, regions bringing different, stores. And what it say in I think it's Leviticus. It says we shall bring forth the old store because of the new. Bro, greatness is prepared for us, bro. I'm gonna keep repeating it. Read the next verse in that kingdom.
It says, verse 11, it says, in the navy also of Hiram that brought gold from Ophir,
That's America.
brought in from Ophir great plenty of almug trees and precious stones. And the king made of the almug trees pillars for the house of the Lord and for the king's house, harps also and psalteries for singers.
Man, making instruments, you know, real instruments, bro.
Different wood.
You know? And that's another thing too, like knowing what wood
Yeah.
can
Make the
those
sound.
strings make the sound carry. You know? Like when the pianos was made, they made the pianos out of particular wood. You know?
Guitars.
Guitars, yeah.
Ivory wood.
The Lord got man, look,
Different flutes and shit.
His greatness prepares, yo. The Lord got greatness prepared, bro.
Music is gonna be so
Fucking
raw in the
drums,
kingdom. and
Real
that's-
music,
real
bro.
music, man. All right, that's something that we're missing out in this world today, in this society today. We're missing out on. Music is like a heavy part of who we are.
Yeah, ain't no more what they 808s or
Yeah, these damn
whatever the
wicked
fucking-
ass, hertz.
yeah, the vibrations and different shit that really fucks up
Yeah.
your
Your mood.
vibration
Yeah, it
and
could change your mood. Like this nigga fucking, what's that song? Just these crash out songs, bro. You know, you got
Drill
certain
music.
the drill music, man.
well shit. Back in the day when I was a shorty nigga, you had Crime Mob, Lil Scrappy, Lil John, nigga Nuck if you buck.
Yeah, Nuck if you buck.
You know,
bro,
like
that's-
nigga, when that song come on, somebody had to get
Fighting in the
punched.
club, bro.
That's
It was real talk.
That's like we seen it in real life.
You shit. Wow.
bro. That's
Just start swinging.
bro. That movie, they cloned Tyrone. They showed you that. He was playing the different music and it changed the people's different moves and shit.
Yeah, even in that movie with the vampires, that nigga Michael
Sinners.
Jordan, yeah.
Sinners, yeah.
You know, it show you like the music and how influential it is, you know. And
Well, you got certain music that'll put spirits on you.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah, they showed
just
us
like with
that
King
too.
David playing the harp, it took those spirits off a song. You know, so in the kingdom, Joe, like we gonna have that vibration of music, bro, where you know it's gonna help aid the body, your vibration, your mood. You know, there's so much research and different studies. I think it was copper. The hospitals used to have
I
copper
saw that.
handles,
Yeah.
doorknobs.
It's
So
kinda
when the
grounded.
sick people would touch the handle, it was like a grounding, and it would help cleanse the body of bacteria, and it would help aid to their healing.
Yeah.
So the Rockefellers was like, nigga,
Can't have healing.
we gotta so they did away with it, and there's different thing like one fabric. Like one fabric helps with the healing of your body, bro.
Probably
Like
the hospital gown was probably one fabric at one point. Now that shit, boom,
They
that
used to
shit
have
the
the
same
copper
as
necklaces.
and
jail.
it's like all these different things where this nigga knows that goes to the point where this nigga knows
He
these
went away
particular
from it.
things, bro, and he like, nah, we can't have that. You know, and it's all for a profit, man.
You mentioned the frequency of the music. I know y'all was talking about the music.
Yeah.
Even in that, the lyrics, like, just even that, like, you'll listen to a song and you might fuck with it, but then you hear the lyrics and it's like, bro, this nigga, he
Going
just
off.
gotta throw in and then I took this nigga bitch. It's like, all right, man, damn, bro, just fucking up everything. But everything in the kingdom, bro, it's gonna be a righteous vibration, man. It's gonna be
Praising
all
the Lord.
good.
Songs to the Lord. It said we're gonna sing upon our bed, so there's gonna be music and we're gonna be praising the Lord.
Yeah, what's that one? I think it's a Chris Brown song.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, you know I got a man.
Oh yeah, that one.
I don't give a fuck. I got a man. I don't give a fuck. Like nigga, what? Like why is it like?
Mr. Steal Your Girl.
One of these bitches got a song, fuck my baby dad.
Yeah.
These bitches be screaming that shit. Like, god damn.
This don't even have a baby dad.
Fucking-
And just scream.
She already she in that energy.
She
already
wants to have a baby dad
Just
so
she can
like,
say.
it goes that deep. It's
it
not
really
even funny.
does.
Like she wants to be that bitch
Yeah.
that
Single
just
mom.
hates. Yeah, she wants to be a single mom because of the energy that's surrounded by it. She's been engulfed with it.
enchantment.
Yeah.
It's enchantment, bro. Enchantments, bro.
Crazy.
Saying fuck your baby dad is saying fuck your kids too. Your kids need the father. This world is just done. It's through, and we have to focus on the kingdom so that we don't get
Crash out.
yeah. So the world don't bring us down like it's trying to do. It's trying to drag us fucking down. We gotta stay focused. It says seek ye first the kingdom. We gotta keep our eyes straight forward on Yahweh Shai and His glorious kingdom, because this world is through, man. It's depressing. It's really depressing, and if we get too caught up in it, it'll bring us down, it'll press us down, man.
That's why, bro, when the return of Yahweh Shai happens, bro, the earth about to be put to work.
Got a lot of
The Sirach says, set thy servant to work, to labor. You know, lest he desire liberty, bro, and then idleness teaches much evil. That's why the world is about to be put to work, bro. All this idle shit, bro, all this sitting around and all.
Netflix
bro,
binging.
the earth is about to be put to labor.
All these hours of
You
watching TV over.
yeah,
Bro.
just laying there.
Bro, whoever got that Corinthians, bro.
I got it.
This
This,
this team, or you want me to just go?
Yeah, I mean, is it more? I mean, because that was pretty much the point of what we was reading.
Yeah.
This 2 Chronicles chapter 2 and verse 17. And Solomon numbered all the strangers that were in the land of Israel, after the numbering wherewith David his father had numbered them. And they were found in 150,000 and 3,000.
And we gonna have a greater labor force than this right here, bro.
Workforce. Work.
You know, this was over 150,000 people he put to work. We gonna have a greater workforce than this.
It's gonna be a beautiful system, bro.
It's a big job.
It's a lot to be done,
Have
bro.
some jobs for y'all, man.
I work free.
You know?
Continual employment.
The different places that's not touched by the nukes, but they gonna be fucking like fucked up because of the great earthquake. All that rubble,
Clean up.
and them
nigga.
bricks and different shit. Oh, yeah, all that shit gotta get cleansed.
Bro, all these buildings throughout the earth, bro.
Cities.
All these, bro. Clean
And this
up.
nigga, he ain't finna be using the Caterpillar. You know, the big ass machines and nigga.
You thinking you ain't got AI no more?
Excavator.
All right, you ain't gonna have no robot cleaning up nothing, nigga. You
Yeah, you know, you got the scientists like, how did they build the pyramids?
right?
Well, you gonna find out.
Hands and feet.
we got the answers, and you gonna do
Yeah,
it.
you about to find out. Hard work.
And dedication. You're gonna be dedicated, boy. That's gonna be a life work. Finishing your master's, his job that he gave for you, man. That he commanded you to do. Your life is dedicated to finishing, being
To
in
serve.
that vineyard to serve. That's
The
what
elders shall
you was
serve.
created for, man.
Yeah,
The
that-
elders shall serve the young.
That's what's about to help this earth, bro. You know, Moab, bro, this nigga ain't just eating octopus. You know what I'm saying, bro? Brothers shared a fucking clip.
Calamari.
It was this fucking Moabite bitch, bro. She picked up, it was like a seashell or something. And then she put some type of liquid on the
And they got
seashell,
Killed it.
and the goddamn squid or whatever it was came out of the shell, and this bitch just slurped it up, bro.
That bitch eat it.
Got the chewing on the motherfucker, bro. And then all you seen was the tentacles on the bitch face. And I'm like,
What the fuck?
yeah, bro, like the nigga, and she just chewing the nigga, bro, slurping the tentacles up like a fucking spaghetti.
You need somebody to. You need that to
coming out. The squids.
You need
They
somebody
gotta
to-
be,
no.
they gotta be put to work, bro.
Somebody gotta tell you no.
They gotta be put to work.
That's a crazy. What would that do to the inside of a body, bro? A damn tentacle? Shit.
Gotta be put to work, bro. Clams and shit. You know, motherfucker pop open an oyster or clam. Man, what the fuck is this?
Fucking cracking crab legs and slurping the meat out the crab leg with damn gloves on.
No,
That
bro.
shit don't even look appealing.
No.
Shit don't even
Nigga
look
hunt
worth
this big ass whale, bro.
Yeah, bro. Blubber and shit. Niggas weird.
Nah, dog. But see, that's why these, bro, they gonna be put to work.
Be put
That
in
was
order.
too idle.
The first, yeah, bro, nigga, they took
You
it.
found you were that idol. You found the octopus and like, let me just
You found some shit to put on it to make the damn shit come out the damn.
Right.
Bro.
You got too much time.
You know how much time a nigga have? Look, don't you know that the one that they call, I think they call it a puffer fish?
Yeah.
The niggas puff up and shit.
Yeah.
Now they say there's a certain way you gotta cut this nigga, cause if you cut him wrong, you will eat it and he'll kill you.
Right.
Yeah,
So,
the poison.
do you know how much,
Poison.
bro? Like, do you know how much time?
Your mind.
Trial and error.
You put that much mind energy into, like, you need to be focused on doing some other shit.
Like you figured out, like nigga, oh you cut this nigga like this.
Right.
No, nigga, he should not be eating, bro.
He needs to
Yeah.
be mind. You need the mind.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. This nigga needs to be
Pure wood.
in a cave making big rocks into little ones.
Get a job.
Bro, the earth's about to figure it out, bro.
Yeah.
And we about to put these people to work, man. They need it, man.
As hard as we worked, like when you look from the Tainos, when Esau came over,
go back, bro. Go back. We built the pyramid. We built Egypt into one of the greatest civilizations that area seen at that time. When you look at all these different time periods, we made them kingdoms great, bro.
We built all that shit.
You know? So on all these different ages, we was working.
It's time for y'all to build up.
It's time for these niggas to work, bro.
Yeah.
1,000 years hard.
They gotta work.
These niggas about to work, bro. They about to build. They about what it says. There's a precept in Sirach where it says if one teareth down and another buildeth, what profit have they but labor? That's what's about to be brought to this earth. It's gonna be some breaking down and some building back up, bro. You know? These niggas need it, bro.
Yeah.
They need it.
The earth needs it.
Now you ain't got Elon on whatever fucking festival they got. They got all this goddamn manure.
Right.
Yeah, you got that's a process they go through. Like it's
Yeah, to collect. Go ahead.
it's just it's like all right. So y'all set
Yeah,
up
I
the
got something
system.
to add.
Y'all got a system. Y'all bringing trucks and however they do it, but it is some trucks. They come in. You know,
You
paying
gather
niggas
up all this shit.
to get
Literally.
some shit. You paying these niggas to go get the shit, to drop off the shit, just for niggas to throw shit at each other.
Fucking die- play
It's
dodgeball
like
with
you
it.
can use
playing
that
shit.
energy into
Be full
mining
of shit.
All right, mining, hewers of wood, all of this. Like it's gonna be a lot of work that's gonna need to get done. Cleaning up.
We gonna get the world right, bro.
Yeah.
Through our Lord Yahweh Shai. And once again, this is something to look forward to, bro.
Yeah. Being a part of
Righteous
this.
rule of shit.
You know? The Lord, man, we about to get this world right. You know?
Right through the gutter.
You got it, Doc.
Just something like
In 2 Chronicles chapter 2 and verse 17 again, it says, and Solomon numbered all the strangers that were in the land of Israel. After the numbering wherewith David his father had numbered them, and they were found in 150,000 and 3,600. And he said 70,000 of them to be bearers of burdens, and 80,000 to be hewers in the mountain, and 3,600 overseers to set the people at work.
Look at that labor force, bro.
that was like ants.
You know? You had niggas in the mountains, bro. You had niggas cutting down wood. You had
Carrying shit.
That'd be a beautiful thing to see, man. A bunch of heathens working for you.
man, Doc, it's about to happen, bro.
On your land, you looking out on your plantation. It's a system of just
And
working.
it's coming together.
Yeah,
You've
just
seen
seeing
it come together day by day. It's
Bro.
getting.
Vision.
Yep.
Yahweh Shai, this is what Yahweh Shai is bringing to this earth, bro. Order, righteousness, structure. You know? And after they get used to this good hard work, they gonna appreciate it. Go back into their land and live according to the structure that they learned, man. You know? Nah, nigga ain't gotta worry about, bro, just you just catching a random ass squid.
Better not.
Like, you know?
Grab an alligator. Eat an alligator.
Yeah, bro.
You look at this nigga. What makes you look at an alligator and be like, I'm gonna eat you, nigga? You
A
look good.
hungry nigga.
That shit fucked
It's
up.
just really niggas that's hungry, bro. Because when a nigga hungry, and I ain't saying a nigga like a nigga, because niggas too, but I'm talking about a person, period. Like, when they hungry, bro, it's like, oh, wow. A nigga catch something and cook that nigga.
Right.
Catch a lizard.
They got no morals. Ugh.
It's animals that, man, bro. You got niggas down south eating possum.
Bro.
You look at this big nigga, bro.
Raccoons and shit.
Ain't no way in hell possum.
Fucking hamsters.
Niggas eat raccoons.
Hamsters.
Yeah, they fucking, what are they? It's called cuy. I think they call it cuy. But they eat them motherfucker,
Why
bro.
do the hamster like that?
Yeah, a hamster,
Guinea
right?
pig.
A fat, again, that's what the fuck it is.
Rabbits.
Guinea pig.
A guinea pig. That's crazy, yo.
That shit's
Yeah,
fucking-
niggas eat
rabbits
a rabbit,
too,
bro.
They eat rabbits too.
Niggas eat turtle soup.
Fucking snake.
Snails.
Is that
How
too
do
much
you
time?
eat
Eel.
eel, bro? Like, how do you do that, bro?
That's crazy.
Like you think
The
you think
eel.
about it. Yeah, niggas
It's
eat eel.
like, bro, you got,
Swordfish.
like, come on, this nigga lecture.
Eat that shit like that.
Camel hump.
Bro, you see, oh my god, you seen that shit? How they eat that shit? It's bugged out. It's nothing but
See,
fat,
rush hour,
bro. Like,
A literal camel hump.
yeah, they do. It's a delicacy in Dubai, I guess. And they do that. They eat the back of, like, they have the ribs and shit still attached. And they have a hump on there and just baked with all different shit. And they go into the camel hump. It's nothing but fucking mush and fat, and it's just gross, bro. It looks oily. My bro, you're not supposed to be eating this, bro. Like, come on, bro. That's why they, have their water storage. You know what I'm saying? That they're gonna eat it. You know? But nah, it's bugged out, John.
Yeah, there's so many different industries throughout the earth that's just gonna get eradicated. It's gonna be, like we talked about it a while back. Like, look at how much energy and resources and funding that goes into whether it's the cigarette industry. Like you got plants, manufacturing plants. So you got all this labor and work and effort going into a system that shouldn't even be existent.
Promotes death.
So now all of this labor and work and effort is going to be put into something that's actually going to be profitable for the forward and the earth, man. You know?
Energy is in laws where they say it's just transferred. So
Right.
all that energy is going to be, all that work is going to be transferred into rebuilding righteousness upon the earth.
Yep. That's Isaiah 2. They shall beat their swords
Yep.
and the plowshares.
And their spears into pruning hooks.
Mm-hmm. So that energy that was given to death
Mm-hmm.
is now it's gonna be given to life, man.
Yeah.
We can go back to Deuteronomy. I haven't finished it.
Well, that's done in Chronicles.
Chronicles Deuteronomy 8 and 9. A land wherein thou shalt eat bread without scarceness. Thou shalt not
Without
lack.
scarce, it says plenteousness is
Made
made
ready.
ready.
Well, that's the point I wanted
You know?
anyway.
Paradise is open unto you. 2 Ezra 8. Go ahead.
Thou shalt not lack anything in it. A land whose stones are iron, and out of whose hills thou mayest dig brass. It says, then thou.
Now, once that heat touch it, just imagine what our land gonna produce after all that heat.
Stones and different minerals and
Because that's how those things is made in the earth.
blood pressure.
It's through the pressure and the heat in the earth.
Because that nigga be saying it take like thousands upon thousands of years to.
Nigga be lying.
Yeah, nah, bro. It don't be taking all that damn
That
time.
nigga eat everything.
Take millions of years for it to finally make this.
Nah, bro.
It says, verse 10, it says, when thou hast eaten and art full, then thou shalt be blessed. Thou shalt bless the Lord Yahweh thy power for the good land which he hath given thee.
Yep. So that's what we going back to, man.
Well, there's more.
And it says that what it says that whose land is iron and thou mayest dig brass. We ain't digging shit.
Right.
We just read who gonna do it.
Here's a stone, nigga.
Get to work, man.
Continual employment.
And right now we're working, so we ain't gotta work.
It says they shall it says they shall long enjoy the work of their hands. Roughly paraphrasing, I think that's in Isaiah.
Mine elect.
Yeah, that's why I wasn't sure if it said elect.
Yep. It says mine elect shall endure the work of their hands. You can pull that.
I got it.
Con.
This is Isaiah 65 and 22. They shall not build and another inhabit. They shall not plant and another eat.
Yeah, that's the spirit I quoted that earlier.
Read 21. You started 22.
Yep.
Read 21.
Yeah, it says, verse 21, and they shall build them, and they shall build houses and inhabit them, and they shall plant vineyards and eat the fruit of them.
Now keep in mind, we ain't building or planting anything. We already read or quoted in Isaiah 61 how these heathen are going to be the ones that plant.
Your plowman, your vine.
So that's the same thing. Isaiah 60 says, strangers shall build up thy walls. So we gonna put these heathen to work. Go ahead.
They shall not build and another inhabit. They shall not plant and another eat. For as the days of a tree are the days of my people, and mine elect shall long enjoy the work of their hands.
There it is. You know, shall long enjoy the work of our hands. So what we doing now is going to carry for eternity, man. You know. So the brother had quoted earlier, "Be not weary in well doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not." This little time. Let's just look at the little time we came into the faith. Your labor that you put in for this little time that you've been in the faith is going to carry into eternity. You shall long enjoy the work of your hands. You woke up in, let's just say you woke up in 2015. We in 2026. You've been serving the Lord for the last 11 years. You know? What's 11 years to eternity, bro?
This man says, as a gravel sand, as a gravel was done to the sand of the sea, so are 1,000 years to the days of eternity. So in 1,000-year period is like 1 grain of sand on the seashore. So how much less or more, less I think, of this little time that we got left in Babylon?
Man, our days is gonna be longer in the kingdom. He's speeding up like our day. The days here are actually short. So that 11 years ain't, you know, it's not the same as 11 years ago. You know,
Yeah.
like the time is speeding up. So it's like we gotta be appreciative of these things. You know, even in with all the hell that we catch, you know, and just being under this devil period is hard to deal with. Knowing, you know, the righteousness of the Lord and knowing the promises, it's hard to be under this devil and have to just sit here. That's the part of the battle, is having to wait for something so glorious, and where it's like, damn, we just said all this. I want that now. I want to go to the balcony now. I want to go watch these niggas build. I want that now. But instead, we're the ones working right now. And that's a part of the patience. You know, saying your patience possession your souls. So we just remain patient and continue to wait for the Lord, because He's coming quickly. You know, though tarry, wait for He shall surely come, and not tarry.
Yeah, there's a precept, man, where it says the day is turning into night. Hold on, see if I can find this. Sirach 18 and 26, it says, from the morning until the evening, the time is changed, and all things are soon done before the Lord. You know? So this little hell and this little, it's gonna be soon, it's gonna be over with soon, man.
It says that, right? Sirach 11, it says, in the day of affliction, there's not a remembrance of prosperity, but then in the day of prosperity, there's no more remembrance of affliction. So when we get that transition, bro, like, all this hell that we going, bro, it's gonna be like, it ain't even happened, bro. It says we shall be as in that dream, you know? It's just gonna be over with. It says that the former shall pass away, it shall not even come into our mind, man. Like that, we're gonna live these things. The things that we talking about, like, it's gonna be a day where you breathe in fresh air in a new body.
Off the coast, in our land. The breeze and the smell of the Mediterranean Sea.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Gonna be in our lungs, bro.
On top.
You know? Straight up, bro.
You gonna
That's
have
coming soon.
Chariot, bro. It says a chariot shall be over all their dwellings in Isaiah 4, if I'm not mistaken.
You know, we're gonna be seeing the different seasons of you know, where it talks about the Jordan overtaking its banks.
Yeah.
You know, and man, real soon, man. You know. So that's it, man. Jay, got anything? Closing statements, precept.
Great things.
So we gonna end it there, man. The Lord got great things prepared for us. You know. And the brother quoted in the book of Revelation, you know, he that overcometh shall inherit all things. You know, so we're just waiting, you know, for Yahweh Shah to return and share, you know, his inheritance with us, man. You know, it's 2 Corinthians, roughly paraphrasing. You know, Paul talked about how we possess nothing, yet We
Have
possess all
everything,
things,
yeah.
man. You know, so really all things is already ours, and we're just waiting for it to manifest. You know, I think that's
Right.
Hebrews as well. You know, it says that all things was put under Yahweh Shai, but now we see not all things put under him. I'm roughly paraphrasing that precept, man. You know, all things belong to Yahweh Shai, but he's just waiting for it to,
To return, yeah.
you know, to return for it to take a, you know, effect, man.
Subdue all things unto himself.
That's it. So all things already belong unto us, man. We just waiting for Yahweh Shai to return so that can come into effect. You know? And this is a comfort, you know. Let's end it on that Isaiah 35 that we had started with, that we never read, got into.
This Isaiah chapter 35 and verse 3, it says, strengthen ye the weak hands, and confirm the feeble knees. Say to them that are of a fearful heart, be strong, fear not. Behold, your God, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, will come with vengeance. Even Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, with the recompense. He will come and save you.
Yep. And that's a promise, man. You know, the Lord is coming to save us, man. Through our Lord Yahweh Shai, as it is written. He shall send us a Savior
And
and a great one, and he shall deliver us, man.
Deliver us.
You know? So continue to send that incense up to the Lord. The Lord told us, give him no rest till he establish Jerusalem as a praise in the earth. So continue to cry out to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. You know, pray for a few days unto this place. Continue to ask the Lord for the things we need in the spirit to continue to endure, to continue to, you know,
Push on to his
yeah,
kingdom.
yeah, you know, ask for faith, ask for strength, ask for patience, you know, ask for discipline, you know, prudence, you know, courage, because these are the things that we're going to need, you know, as these days become more severe, man. You know, because real soon this devil, man, he ain't going to allow us to keep talking. You know, he going to come down with great wrath. He going to come and ramp up his persecution. His propaganda machine, man, to where he's going to come and target us, you know? So we got to pray into Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai to strengthen our hearts and our, you know, in these last days, man, more now than ever, you know? So, Lord's will, we hope this was edifying. We're going to end it there. We're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Chakadash.
Divine us to our apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings. Salutations to you, brothers, preaching the gospel of truth and the sincerity, always in charity. Shalom.
Shalom.
Kwame Yashala.
Kwame Yashala.